Okay, folks, we are back, and this group is going to have all three factions. We're going to be starting off with the ZVT between OldManSlum and Lucasdart. Give everyone a second to pile in. Let's make sure everything's okay with Team Liquid. It is. It's miraculous. Okay. In the bottom right corner of Curious Minds, give it up for the Red Terran and one of my favorites to win this entire tournament. It's Lucasdart. In the top left from LTK, it's OldManSlum. Guys, look at the colors. My eyes are like dilating right now. Look, this is creep spread. I haven't seen a creep spread in eons. And a Reaper? I've never been so happy to see a Reaper fight 4 Zerglings in my life. There's not a Protoss to be found on this map, unless the Cleaning Pot secretly works for the Protoss. But probably not. So, Lucasdart is going to start off with a 1-1-1. Oh, I could kiss these Hellions right now. No more Protoss. No more Protoss for at least one series. Actually, no Protoss for one series. And then our next series is it's gonna be PvP. But OldManSlum and Lucasdart are ready to go toe-to-toe with one another. You might be asking yourself, how is OldManSlum in the game and in real life? Well, this is going to be casted from replay. I'm not entirely sure why, but everything else is going to be live casted. It's going to be Banshee Hellion Cloak starting up for Lucasdart. OldManSlum finishing wing speed. 6lings on the way to help hold these Hellions. And, yeah, no. Oh, killing one of the Hellions. This is actually a great start for OldManSlum. So Lucasdart, someone I've known since he was in the Diamond League. We casted the SCV Rush together. His name in the SCV Rush server is actually, Wait, I worded this wrong. My name in the SCV Rush server is UBDoft. Because he has his little Lucasdart symbol, like LucasArts, but with a D in it. So it's Lucasdart and UBDoft, like Ubisoft. We were a couple of memers, us. But yeah, Lucasdart, a young, up-and-coming player that is really powerful, and I think definitely has the potential to win this tournament overall, or at least make a very deep run. OldManSlum, I always rag on because my friend Mekachu goes by the latter name Slumdog. And we're always like, oh, look, it's Mekachu. And it's not Mekachu. It's always OldManSlum. And to complicate matters more, they're both in LTK. Yeah. He got him. Legoland. So confused. My cousin, actually. So my mom was a news anchor. And my little cousin Ryan. Well, okay, he's 7 years older than me. But when he was little, he was like, Aunt Donna, how are you on the TV and in real life at the same time? How did you get out of the box? So funny. So innocent. Oh no! Lucasdart loses all the Hellions. The Banshees were able to kill off 4 drones, but 4 drones for 4 Hellions is not a good trade for a Terran, even if it was asymmetrical. Chocolate saying in the chat was playing Dota with Toon Dragon. Oh man, I remember Toon Dragon. He was in the Platinum Heroes tournament. He would make battle cruisers. You've been watching most of the non-PvP games. Chocolate, tell me you didn't watch the last group without telling me you didn't watch the last group. Queens, go on the attack. Queens are known sponges for tank shots. When you have tanks shooting your queens, you're in a good position. Oh no! Okay, well, the Ling Bane mostly makes it through. They are going to chase away the Bio. The Bio running the wrong direction away from the tanks. Here it comes. The Banes do the slide around the tank. Slip slide. Tanks are cleaned up. Lucasdart forced back. Lucasdart has stemmed his Marines so much. OldManSlum charges in. He is going to get the Banelings in on the mineral line, but to what extent remains to be seen. Lucasdart has barely any army left. 12 SCVs dead, and some of the Banelings are just going to roll out. They don't want to try to chase down the remaining workers. Oh no, Lucasdart put all of these in gas. He hasn't pulled them out of gas. There we go. Look, it's only 4 SCVs. Oh, this is getting out of hand. Now there's 12 of them. Oh my god, that was magic. That was a magic trick from Lucasdart. I never thought that the sound of Banelings being shot by a Terran could be sweet to my ears, but after that much PvP, it's like rejuvenation entering my body. It's like the waters of life itself. Three SCVs killed off. Lucasdart is hanging on by a thread. He's trying to take a fourth at the 3 o'clock location, but OldManSlum has total control in this game. He is ahead in every metric, and this is gonna be really hard for Lucasdart. I think his best bet is actually to just throw his army into OldManSlum and try to get a kill on the 4th and the 3rd base, which is what he's doing. But there's still, even with OldManSlum launching a major attack, like, there's still so many Banelings, so many Lings, a few Hydra in the mix as well, although the Lurker Den is not even close to completion. Boom goes an SCV. Surround from the remaining SCVs, kills off the final Ling. Hydra's injured the medevacs, but Lucasdart hasn't lost them yet. Yeah, no, that's a lot of dead. That's a lot of dead SCVs for sure. The Marines are breaking through. Slum's defense is back at home. Slum takes the bottom left corner. OldManSlum manages to clean up the drop finally, but the main Terran army has arrived. Unfortunately for Lucasdart, OldManSlum's creep spread is really good. Okay, that was an evac in the wrong direction. He could have pulled to the bottom left corner. Minus 14 drones for the Zerg. But this is how good a position OldManSlum is in. Oh, brutal mine hits. He loses 14 drones and goes up to 74. OldManSlum launching an attack on the tank. If he gets this tank, it will dislodge the Terran. Yeah, Lucasdart has to go on the defensive. Lucas is attacking down the right side of the map. Slum has a big Baneling roll by. Oh my god, there's so many Banelings. This is a dead planetary. There's no saving it. Lucas is dropping down to the bottom left. OldManSlum's army is looking very robust now. Lurkers are in the mix. Vipers as well. I'm sorry for going quiet there for like a solid minute. Also, thank you, Brandon Lovelace, for the raid while I was AFK. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, like, this is a very robust Zerg force, and Lucasdart is putting on the pressure, but OldManSlum is still looking very, 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 very powerful. Lucasdart only mining on a base and a half right now. These guys long distance, and they're very unhealthy. So a Ling run by even like 6 Lings could finish off a lot of SCVs. I love Vipers. Vipers are such a coolly designed unit. Hydras. Hold off the Liberators. Lucasdart gets another attack ready, but he's going to be facing a maxed out OldManSlum. Quite a few ghosts in the mix to help deal with the lurkers. Only one Baneling with this army. Oh god. Oh Jesus, this angle. That's a lot of dead bio before the Terran is even able to close in on the lurkers. Lucasdart continues his invasion of the Zerg territories. A bunch of Lings die before the lurkers can get into position, but they do make it into that position. And this is now a really secure defensive location for OldManSlum. Much of this rear bio is very stemmed. The Lings will be able to cut down. They only get one Marine, actually. A big concave from Lucasdart. Wait a second. OldManSlum just lost all his Hydra, but there's still 2 lurkers, and they will clean up absolutely everything. It looked like Lucasdart had a shot for just a second, a split second. There was a flash of hope, and then OldManSlum crushed it. Lucasdart is starting to lose production now. More SCVs going down. The next wave of reinforcements from OldManSlum could very well close out map number 1. GG. OldManSlum takes map 1. OldManSlum has opened 3 hatch. Lucasdart is moving into Hellion Banshee. Tater Tutor, thank you for gifting a sub. Appreciate it. This Overlord will die eventually. Eventually. OldManSlum, totes supply block. GG. Game over, man. Game over. Nah, he's gonna be fine. He has plenty of time to recover. Well, actually, wait a second. He's not building any overlords. OldManSlum, please. Please don't do it to me. No, he actually needs links. There's Hellions coming. The Hellions have arrived. OldManSlum still supply blocked. Okay. Well, Lucas throws away a Hellion in the choke. A lair starting for OMS. Macro hatch on 3 bases from OldManSlum, and this is a very early timing. This is like a pre 5-minute 40-second 4th hatch timing. Very interesting. So this is going to be like a 3 base all in from OldManSlum, it looks like. Lucasdart poised to strike with the Banshees, but actually lets them get scouted by an Overlord like a boss. Actually lets the Overseer morph in like a boss, and that means there's gonna be no damage to the Zerg. Oh no, the Hellions take massive losses again. All the Hellions are gone. All these Lings are alive. They're going to start regenerating their health as they knock down the rocks. Lucasdart sending in some Marine Radovac. Armory finishing for him back at home, but this is turning up all OldManSlum. He has taken the 4th at the 3 o'clock position, obviously we saw that, but like... He's so strong. OldManSlum is so good. I thought Lucasdart was gonna wipe the 4 with OldManSlum, but I'm beginning to think it's gonna be the other way around. I think OldManSlum might be going for the winner's match. Poor Lucasdart. Fourth base taken down by Lucas. Starts stimming into the 3rd. Did he actually get the checkmate on OldManSlum? OldManSlum split off a bunch of Lings to get the counterattack. That's why his defense is so weak right now. He's killing off a lot of SCVs, but unfortunately for him, in a base race scenario, Terran buildings can fly. Wait a second. OldManSlum looked like he was in such a good position, but Lucasdart could be closing this out. Scan up the ramp so that he doesn't get blindsided by Banelings. Lucas is doing it, man. Oh no, he's no longer doing it. He did kill off 19 drones, but we have kind of a reset. OldManSlum definitely taking the worst of the trades. but he will be able to continue forward. Lucasdart claims the dominant position on 2,000 atmospheres. The Terran's like, here, let me help you kill those rocks. I'm happy to oblige. OldManSlum gets a good surround. Oh my god, these Baneling connections. What the fuck? Those were so good. OldManSlum had nothing. He by no right should have won that engagement, but unfortunately Lucasdart has plenty of reinforcements. Despite OldManSlum exhibiting some top-tier macro, or excuse me, some top-tier micro, Lucasdart just has so many units, and he's going to be able to start killing off tech now. This is a really bad sign for the Zerg. Those are more good Baneling hits, but, you know, take a look at Lucasdart's base. Oil Town, thank you for the follow. I think this one goes to Lucas. Yep, GG! Lucasdart evens the score 1-1. OldManSlum had a great start, killing off many of Lucas's Hellions before they dealt any damage whatsoever. How old are you, OldManSlum? What is the OldManSlum deep lore? I want an OldManSlum lore drop, and I want it now. Tell us about you in the chat. Give us a little bio. Lucasdart is going to be opening Hellion Banshee. I don't need to actually see that happen, and no, I have not watched the replay ahead of time. It's Lucasdart, okay? That's what's happening. OldManSlum is going to be playing Aggro Zerg. Oh, good. We're supposed to have a severe thunderstorm in the 95-degree heat. Dude, what is this hell weather? What is this nightmare hell weather we've been having? Listen. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, was 30 degrees 2 weeks ago, all right? We were floating between like 28 and 40 degrees Fahrenheit. For weeks, we got no spring. There have been very few spring days. We've had maybe 7 spring, like, you know, temperate 50 to 70 degree days. And now it's 90 degrees. It was like 80 for most of the last week, and now it's 90. And thunderstorming. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so OldManSlum is going to try and release a Storm of Zerg upon Lucasdart. He is going to be supply blocked. Does he know? Does he know about Lucasdart's one build? He should. He has Lings out. He's got plenty of Queens. OldManSlum is 28. Dude, you are old. As a young, spry 27-year-old, I want to say, you are ancient, OldManSlum. You are 1 foot in the grave, the other in the nursing home. Like, oh my god, 28 years old? As a 27-year-old, I'm basically a small baby, right? I'm a child, really. I shouldn't be allowed near alcoholic beverages, but OldManSlum hobbies include SE2, D&D, miniature painting, and long walks on the beach. Oh yeah, what miniatures? I always really admire Warhammer miniature painting. I don't like to watch the process, but I love the result. I love little meeples. I love little figures that you can like play with on board games and stuff. OldManSlum. Again, doing such good micro against the Hellions. Slum is destroying the rocks. My old friend Spore would say that rocks are the natural enemy of the Zerg. OldManSlum committing genocide against said rocks. OldManSlum going into Spire again, so he's low-key been doing this like every game, but we just haven't gotten to see the Mutalisp. Because Lucasdart puts so much pressure on, it's just better for OldManSlum to go into Lingbane, eventually into Lurker. Maybe this time is different. "27 young, but that 1 year makes you super old." Yeah, it's like that scene in Cowboy Bebop where they take out the dude's like energy source, or I think they shoot him with like a special bullet that holds like part of the radiated space station that caused him to never age, and then he ages like 200 years in an instant. That's gonna be me when I turn 28. It's gonna be so sad. Lucas is in big trouble. Like, OldManSlum can surround this. Wait, why wouldn't you surround this? OldManSlum, surround this! There's nothing here! OldManSlum's like, no, we must engage in honorable head-to-head combat. Great connections with the Banelings. Wingbane Meta is ready to unite and crush this Terran push once and for all. They take out the tanks, but... Ooh, I don't know. I think if Lucas had turned and target fired, he might have been able to clean up the Zerg, but he didn't. So the swarm is here. The Marines are dying by the dozen. Medevacs blown out of the sky. And Lucasdart very well might be going down 2-1 to the lower bracket. I keep saying lower bracket to the losers match. GG, well played. OldManSlum takes it. So OldManSlum moving to the winners match. Lucasdart falling to the losers match. And guys, okay, I need you all not to panic. I need you to do me a huge favor and keep calm as I read out this announcement, all right? It's very grim. Our second series of Group C is Slayer vs. Neuling and a Protoss vs. Protoss. I'm in pain. So this is going to be our 6th PvP of the afternoon. Slayer. Neuling. But I have some very good news, okay? I have good news and I have bad news. So after this initial match, we are guaranteed a Protoss versus Zerg and a Protoss versus Terran. Unfortunately, we are not guaranteed that we're not going to have a PvP deciders match. So we could potentially end up with 7 PvPs today. I memes aside, like, I don't actually know if I've casted this many PvPs before. Let's think, because, like, many of the online brackets I casted that were, like, all Protoss, you had 1, 2, so round of 16, round of 8, and then maybe 2 round of 4s, so that's 4, and then 5 would be finals. Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever casted this many series of PvPs. I guess they're not consecutive. So that's something. Magneth said, I literally just did Corsair DT and a Reaver versus Zerg. Listen, Brood War Zerg versus Protoss is the most cancer matchup imaginable. Do you guys want to hear about Brood War ZVP? Well, you're going to hear about Brood War ZVP, all right? So in Brood War Zerg versus Protoss, you'd think that, like in StarCraft 2, you have these big ground battles. Maybe one player goes into the air and the other one fights them in this tug of war, and you go into corruptors and the Protoss goes into carriers, and it's like, rah. No, actually, in Brood War PvZ, what happens is the Protoss makes a lot of early game air units and tries to kill all your overlords. And if you don't make Scourge, you lose all your overlords. That's the game. That's the game of Brood War Protoss versus Zerg. So you have this air fight of the Scourge chasing around the scouts and shit so that they don't kill your supply. And losing PvZ as the Zerg is like the most humiliating thing ever, because the way they win the game is they kill all your overlords and you don't have any units, so you just come in with like 5 zealots and there's nothing you can do. There's 0 things you can do whatsoever. You just die. Also, excuse the sweat. It's very hot. It's very hot out. We can brush my hair a little. It's not helping very much. It's not just the most cancer matchup possible. It's literally death. Okay, it can be, right? Because if you lose it and your mental health is in a good place. If your mental health isn't in a good place and you lose a game of Brood War, which, by the way, Brood War matches are like 40 minutes long. They're so long. You're probably not going to live very long. You're probably just going to, just peace out of the world. You're like, well, I did my best, but we hit a new low. Let's not go any lower. Let's not lose Brood War ZVP a second time. In the bottom left, Platinum Heroes Neuling. In the top right, give it up once again for Slayer. I don't know why I said once again. Give it up for Slayer as our pink Protoss. This is the second initial match of Group C. So these two said it was going to be a shit show. We have a proxy pylon out on the map for Slayer. I'm not sure what they mean. So I'm not actually familiar with the playstyles of either of these guys. It's going to be a new and novel PvP for me. Novel also means new. I don't know why I said new and novel. Slayer pokes out with 2 stalkers. Still has his probe. In Neuling's territory. Look, it looks like the Brood War discussion is still going on in the chat. I mean, a phrase no one ever said, like a brand new sentence is, look, I know sex is great and all, but have you played ZVP in Brood War? Or no one's having a good time in ZVP and Brood War. Bunch of stalkers, a few sentries in the mix for Neuling. Slayer going into Forge, Neuling going into Twilight Council. It's actually a totally normal PvP. I don't know what these two were talking about. These guys are like those type of person that do something totally normal and they're like, that was so crazy. Rebecca, did you hear I had a rolling rock yesterday? And they're like, you didn't. You're so dirty. You better confess that at church. It's like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna confess that. Rebecca, you're not gonna confess that you had a rolling rock after work? I know, I'm so wild. Yeah, these guys are just like doing normal defensive PvP things. I don't know how this qualifies as a shit show in any way, shape, or form. Okay, well, I mean, these 2 adepts have gotten 6 probe kills. And that's the craziest thing we've seen all game. OldManSlum. I lost to mass scouts once. Did you get to 1800? Dude, scouts are really good. Scouts are a top tier unit in Brood War. Mortal pops for Neuling. Oh my god. What is happening? Dude, he just walked into the force field. My brother in Christ, you have Blink. So Neuling won this game. That's GG. I don't know what happened to Slayer. Why did Neuling drop? Dude, he dropped a Manor Nexus. That's so rude. Poor Slayer. Can he see the Manor Nexus? He can. He can see the Manor Nexus. This is so sad. I bet he doesn't leave now. I guess game's over, but he's not going to leave after he gets Manor Nexus. Okay, at least he cancels it. What is Slayer doing? Or, I mean, I meant to say, what is Neuling doing? What if he loses now? What if he just loses to Slayer? Wouldn't that be so sad? GG. GG. Neuling wins. That's some... You know, after you get Manor Nexus like that, it takes some courage and honor to say good game to your opponent. Slayer saying, no cannon rush, please. Go to NA. Magnath really gets a kick out of every... Dude, he's like clipping every time I say my brother in Christ. He really loved that meme. Dude, that's like the top meme of 2022 is the my brother in Christ thing. Curious Minds is map 2. So, Neuling, it should be remembered, has dropped a dishonorable proxy nexus on his opponent in the last map. Slayer has the honor of gods and men on his side, and a root. He has a root on his side. This is a well-designed root. It's terrifying. It like haunted my nightmares when I first started watching StarCraft. Root gaming like opened up to anyone in Masters League to try and like farm talent and see if they could find people that they could train up to be the next generation of like root gamers. Neuling is under attack. Second Nexus is taking quite the beating. I think the reason he doesn't want to engage is because he doesn't want to lose his injured Stalker. Twilight Forge in development for Slayer. Looks like we'll be having Dave Testa join us for the next map. Which is gonna be good. Maybe we can make a special announcement while we're doing that. Slayer sends forward the Shade. Lets it complete. Gets one probe kill. Oh my god, real Lucasdart in the chat. It's so good to see you. We haven't talked in like 2 years. Four blue probes have fallen. Neuling falling that same amount behind Slayer in economy. He's just starting Blink at home. I'm not sure what this Prism wants to do. Starts an Immortal back at base. It's gonna do nothing. It's gonna do absolutely zilch zip nada. Neuling gets a scout off. +1 finishing very shortly for Slayer. Slayer has grabbed a third. Neuling has not. Neuling is casting his die on a 2-base push. Big Stalker warp in. Signals his commitment. So the two Protoss begin their mating ritual. You know, Fear Dragon posted on Twitter today question asking, since Protoss photosynthesize, since they turn sun into their energy instead of eating, is eating a Protoss vegan because they're technically plants? Zombie Grub says no, but the debate's raging on Twitter right now. The Zealots are getting cleaned up one by one. proxy pylon has been dropped by Neuling. No proxy nexus just yet. But maybe later. Blink forward. A lot of stalkers going down for Neuling. Hallucinated Archon walking around in the back. Right where it cannot absorb damage. It's absorbing stalker shots now. Slayer comes up the ramp for the flank, and that's going to be GG. Slayer even score 1-1. Oh god, I hate it when my opponent says GG after they win. It's so brutal. I think get Dave Testa in here. Hi, Dave.
Hey, Renegade.
Hi. How's the girlfriend?
Good. It's hotter than Hades out. I'm surprised it's actually
God,
cool in here.
I know.
How are things your way, Renegade?
How hot is it over there?
It feels like 96 at least outside.
Oh yeah, no, it's 90 here, and my apartment's probably 5 to 6 degrees hotter, and we have severe thunderstorm warning looming.
Same here, yeah. Yep.
Oh god, it's gonna be a fun night.
Yeah, I wish I got my AC and even any of them, but like now I'm like, meh. It's surprisingly not too bad in here.
I need to buy some new AC. Mine's dead. It's ancient. It's not a window unit either. Window units will last you 100 years and more, but
yeah. We had some memes here.
you ask someone like how old their window unit is, and they're like, yeah, so this was from an ancient Egyptian archaeological dig. It's actually about 4,000 years old.
Passed down from generation to generation.
Yeah.
Right, Renegade.
Has like a scarab beetle on it.
True. Fun fact, the ancient Egyptians actually invented air conditioning and the window form.
Fun fact, we have an ancient Egyptian in the chat.
Oh, zing. I mean, we got a minor a not so ancient Egyptian in the admin. 2. What's the score, Renegade?
The score is 1-1.
1-1. I just saw that too. I feel like an idiot.
So Neuling proxy nexus the first game. So we are rooting for Slayer right now.
Okay. All right. So were we? I guess that's that last one. Oh my gosh, Neuling even killing the dog after the proxy nexus right off the rip. That is something, Renegade.
Well, that's almost a redemption arc, right? Like, fuck the dogs.
Yeah. I'm more of a cat person. Neuling's
right?
Proclaiming in dominance. Sorry I couldn't join you today.
We never get cat doodads on these maps.
It's because Blizzard doesn't want to see kitties get squished, you know?
Well, you don't.
Yeah.
Like, you try to, like, you don't think a cat would kill a probe?
Yeah, exactly. A cat would be like, ooh, shiny little zippy thing. That would be pretty funny. Anyway, get a little probe harass on Slayer's side of the map right off the rip. .96 is not that bad. Listen, Magneth. Looking at chat. We're from the Northeast in the U.S. It gets very humid here.
Yeah.
Like, extremely humid. It's not so much the heat, it's the humidity.
Oh, what's
that makes it
that
brutal.
called? That has a name. It's something effect.
It's called the "Why the hell do we live in the Northeast United States" effect, where the weather's
don't have money to move. That's the answer.
Yeah, true. Renegade, big true. Oh man, that is unfortunate. So anyway, the game looks like we had a Stalker Sentry do a Stalker Sentry opener. Nothing too cheeky at the rip.
If I have to say that one more time, I'm gonna scream.
Is it? Yeah, it's been everyone. Now I caught some of this. I mean, like when I was getting ready and I had a rough time getting up and stuff. I was watching some of this. I was watching ESL, trying to catch up with everything. My man Geralt actually took it 2-1 against Christianer, by the way. Ooh. And special to Ode Kellezer just a minute ago.
Yeah, Christianer's more of an OSC guy. It's where he really shines. It's like,
well, I mean, this honestly was a moral victory for poor Geralt. I think Christianer's been pretty strong. Anyway, these guys, this looks like they mean business for this match. It's we're into the finals, so is this a best of 7 as well? Or is this just a best of 5?
No, this is best of 3, thank God.
Best of 3.
It's best of 3.
Oh, jeez. So,
we could potentially even have one more PvP. The deciders, depending on who loses and who wins upper and lower, so...
True. Big true. Looks like Hallucinated Phoenix is gonna get a read off. It is Twilight versus Twilight. Oh my goodness. I'm actually a little surprised.
Dave, taking a look at this position of the pylon, what do you think this is going to be used for? Well, okay.
Nope.
Thanks.
Yep, that answers it. It's Twilight versus, I'm going to meme even harder, it's Dinkus Templarius. Yeah, that's going to be possibly a little unlucky for Slayer. This could just be a walkover right here. Slayer needs to get a robo down, but it looks like he's going for 3-gate blink. That being said, yeah, it's not unlikely that he'd have a robo follow-up, but Slayer's really not prepared at all for this. There's no forge, no robo. We usually at least see a forge for that +1 timing. And honestly, Slayer's been in meme mode. I watched him play against Warlock yesterday. We were doing friend rando battles last night, apparently. And he literally was doing nothing but building 1 unit. So it was the Stalkers 1 game and then just the Depths the other. To BM. So, is it really Slayer's game, you know?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, Renegade, he better be ready to body block because these DTs are out. And that robo is far from done.
Well, DT is out.
Well, sometimes all it takes is just 1. He's gonna... Oh, look at this.
DT's wasting so much time.
Yeah. DT's chasing the probes. Funnily enough, Slayer could get out of the way, even though the DT would get more kills. Oh, wait.
Oh, I see I see the idea here. It's not going to work, but I think he wants to try and zone the probes out so they can't get back to detection, right? But he let them finesse him, and they're going to get back to base.
Yeah, that was a creative way around it. He lost a ton of mining time and allowed Neuling to get a 3rd, though, so that's damn annoying, but at the same time, it's about as good as he could do. All things considered, that was actually not too bad. Though Neuling did kill 5 workers.
Yeah, that he did.
And a Stalker. Renegade?
What?
We need a Daveism. It's actually Ghostism, but nothing we could do better here, right?
I don't know. I think there's a lot that could be done better from Neuling, but stays with some pressure. Some force shields up. I think this is a good attack from Slayer. I think it has a good chance of success. but he's got to pick a good angle. And once these gateways get to full HP, it's going to be really hard for him to engage.
Oh, for sure. This is definitely a tough fight in a way as it progresses, but at the same time, as long as he trades well, he doesn't have to just kill him. You know what I mean? It's just a...
Right.
It's PvP, the patience game. He's forced to cancel on one of the gates. He is picking off some units. Yeah. This is actually a pretty good Blink fight, and honestly, Slayer's taking it pretty well. Actually, Giga Chad Micro, but not the best Blink forward. Yeah, actually, he's got the numbers, Renegade. Look at this. He did all those trades, even with battery overcharge being activated before.
So, Neuling has the advantage in numbers now, and will be able to push Slayer back. He's still up 8 workers. I think this attack from Slayer definitely had the potential to do something, but just didn't work out for him.
Yeah, truthfully, 100% agree with you there. And Slayer wasn't really macroing too well behind that, honestly. He's still not building probes. He has a third base. He is... Yeah, he's not been probing at all behind this. I don't like that as much now. I thought just being in the moment that he was actually macroing behind it. He wasn't. That's going to be a bit of a problem, Renegade.
Neuling closes in on the third. It's in the yellow, in the orange, in the red. It's gone.
And now it's dead, exactly. And now, even with all the damage that Slayer did, he's lost his proxy. And you know something?
What's that?
I don't think we're just going to see it just yet, but he could have potentially just lost the game right there. Does have, well, yeah, he's missing a lot of stuff. He wasn't macroing behind it. That whole little attack really required some macro behind it, and we're not seeing it. So he's now in a not great position with no third base. Has like a shield battery for static in his nat. I don't know, Renegade. This is like a 2-to-1 army supply. But does Neuling just throw? Like, look at this. He's not throwing. Like, he's way ahead. He can do whatever, it feels like. But, like, Slayer's just, like, chilling there. He totally could have just won right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We've seen this a lot today, actually, where players just don't have that killer instinct. We saw this in Group A as well, where players just, like, at this level of play are great. They're good. They can compete. They're fine in battles and in macro, but the second it comes time to actually kill your opponent, they kind of wig out. Like, it doesn't compute. Like, they're like, wait a second, I killed how many adepts? I guess I better macro. I don't know how much he has. It's like, no, he has 8 supply. You have 47. You can go end this game.
Yeah, exactly.
And Neuling is finally going to do that. I'm not going to beat around the bush here. Neuling has too much. This is going to be the end of Slayer here in the initial round, and Neuling is going to advance to the winner's match.
GG, yeah. That was a pretty decisive win after an indecisive moment. But you know what? It reaffirms something for me. See, chat? See, Renegade? It's not just Sal that throws at this level. Can we get a Sal throw in Renegade chat, please? We need a Sal throw emote. Somebody, anybody.
Yeah, Sal in the round of 8 already has his opponent in the form of Mr. L.
How did, or is he still not in yet? I saw Acheron was on, who now goes by Aquarium.
Yeah, Acheron's facing Oil Town in the round of 8.
Absolutely. Very cool. Apologies, I did have something. Yeah, that's pretty wild stuff. So we going back to NA?
Yeah, we're going back to NA.
Apologies too. Apparently Darthritis has returned. Started playing yesterday and I just thought it was massive hangover, being too tired, whatever.
Is that what you call it?
Yep. Yeah, my hand is absolutely destroyed.
Man, what stretches do you do?
None. Well, when I do none, I literally I do like the push my fingers back, and then like I do the press in my wrist with like I'll grab like the back end of a butter knife and pressed on that, and then it's usually, but now it's like definitely more arthritis-ish stuff. So hence the Darthritis. The wrist is acting up too. It's no bueno.
I actually I injured my wrist like right after I hit Masters, and I kept pushing to get to Masters 2 and to like hold on. I just kept injuring my wrist more and more and more because I was trying to start playing guitar again. I was laddering like 4 to 6 hours a day, and it was just all kinds of bad times for my wrist.
No, that's rough, Renegade. Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's not the push to Masters. It doesn't matter if I'm playing Protoss or not. It's always my mouse hand. You know what I mean? That's for me. That's what gets me. But yeah, and then on guitar, also a guitar player. Yeah, it's my picking hand. And I think I need to fix my posture, and that may be.
I feel like my posture's been improving lately.
Well, that's good.
Maybe not right this moment, but overall. So, I don't know where they are, actually.
Oof.
They might be on you.
Are they on you? Oh, I just quit out of StarCraft. Sorry about that.
Happens to the best of us.
Like, I'm just getting situated. I literally just got in. I didn't text my girlfriend that I made it in, too. Shit. Uh-oh.
They are on EU, yeah.
Enjoying the,
Dude, will we ever have a Mrs. Testa cameo?
Oh, we're not married. We're probably not going to get married, but... No, she doesn't want to get on anything.
Nobody tell her that. Nobody tell... Dave, you can walk it back. You have time. We can delete... I can edit the thought.
Yep. No, I can... No, I'm just being honest. Like, it's just a mutual thing with both of us, you know? Some people just do that. You know? No kids... No marriage.
I am getting acne for the first time in 10 years. I have actually broken out on stream. This is upsetting.
On stream?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I did not have this when we started the stream. Yikes.
I've been casting for a while. And it is getting warmer.
You don't say. I don't know how the weather was up there. I keep talking about the weather today, guys. Sorry, but I am actually melting. It was like 30 degrees here 2 weeks ago. Like, we did not have spring. We have not had spring at any point. We've had maybe
cold and then warm.
Yeah, like freezing.
Cold and hot.
Actually freezing, like actually snowing, and now it's 90 degrees out.
Yeah, we had a really late. That is very true. Same here. I think it's very similar, though it does get a little... Usually gets a little warmer down your way.
All right. We got a lobby.
Yeah. We got a lobby on EU?
Yes.
All right, I gotta switch to EU. Apologies. So, Renegade, do you want to break the news?
Yeah, you want to do it? Let's do it.
Yeah, if you haven't done it on your stream, guess Mr.
So Testosterone is going to be casting DreamHack Regionals EU and NA like all day next Saturday, starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific.
Is it
And
Saturday? I thought it was Sunday.
29th, 29th.
Yep.
I got my
Sunday.
days. Sunday.
No, all good.
This Sunday.
Sunday, yes.
We will be
ESLC.
on ESLC, yeah. Which is good.
Representing.
We did better than I expected. I was expecting D stream, and we made it all the way to C. We leapfrogged here. It's very exciting.
Yeah, I honestly wasn't surprised we'd get C. I was hoping from how they worded it that there was a chance we'd get B.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there might have been. But considering this is the first time and people that have not gotten in, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this could be really good. I have some plans that I want to do in advance. I got some notes for you too, actually, from Vindicta. And some things if you want to. I know you're going to be casting a lot, but I think it'd be wise to take some time to practice before.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe we can get more of these Renegade.
Not today, but for sure we should practice.
Yeah. I have some ideas, but notes from Vindicta for TVT stuff for us.
That's
I acquired.
sick. Yeah.
You like that little message I left them?
Do they know who Bang is?
I don't know. Had to be said.
Dude, we had Westopoly in here earlier today.
Yeah, I saw that. I did apologize for not.
Dude, you don't have to apologize.
I think I
I don't
did.
think anyone expected you to give up your family life for
I was
the
dragging
Legion round of 16.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, I forgot to update the stream title. Go ahead. Take us away, Dave.
All right.
Save the cat.
And spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Hardwire, representing Platinum Heroes, it is Neuling.
And in the bottom left, as the purple Zerg, give it up for OldManSlum.
From License to Kill, our purple Zorg. The Slayer of Sal.
And the Sal Slayer. Gotta use your Doom voice for that, right? Like, they call him the Sal Slayer.
Yeah. The Sal Slayer. Oh,
Drop
boy.
the guitar ticks in.
Yeah, I'm going to pre-script some jokes before, too, for next week, Renegade.
Oh, God. Hey, Dave, why did the Protoss cross the road?
Why is that?
Oh, my God, the poor cleaning bot. to
Renegade
dodge the oncoming traffic. Oncoming traffic, get it? Get it? We got dozens of them, folks.
Oh, geez. You know. Meanwhile, we got a Roomba just hiding in the corner, getting ready to be annoying when Neuling least expects it, when he's going to drop something, when there's going to be links coming across the map, you know.
Yeah.
And with OldManSlum, you know, there's going to be links coming across the map.
Oh, yeah. No, it's going to be nonstop aggression.
Absolutely.
You think we get a Manor Nexus?
I don't think we're going to see a Manor Nexus in this game. And very well played by Slayer as well, though didn't work out in his favor from his little aggro attack there in the last game. But, yeah, last series, I should say. Oof.
I'm kind of sad that Lucasdart's in the losers match.
Oof. Poor Lucas. And, yeah. That is a little disappointing to see no Terran and no Lucas in the upper bracket. Okay,
Yeah, we have this interesting scenario in play too, where if Neuling loses in Slayer wins, we get a rematch. And we could have our 7th PvP of the day.
Oh my gosh, no wonder you're a little tired. You're like, oh geez. This is like
there are laser burns etched into my eyes.
Yeah, it's like basically a scenario where it's turning into Cock of the Walk Part 3. Because Part 2 is like Revenge of the Dave. This is Dark Shrine. This is 100. I was gonna say before, we know what build this is. There's no gas pulled off. It's DT
Princeton
Archon.
University.
Princeton University. Yeah, it's your standard 4-gate DT drop. Should be taking a third behind this in a little bit, or trying to.
Can people who sub to your channel at twitch.tv/DaveTesta.sc legally claim that they got into Princeton?
They could, you know, about that. That's funny. I was actually thinking of some memes for stream, but that, you know, I got to think of some way around that, some cheeky way to say it. But yeah, that would be bad if that actually. Imagine there's like a lawsuit against me from Princeton University. You're supposed to have a gas with this, by the way. I just want to point this out. Neuling is going to have enough gas for the DTs, but I believe he knows right what's coming for him. Do you see this? He's got the spores. I mean, it's always pretty standard to do at the times, but I do believe Neuling's prepared a little. No layer, but oh, Renegade. I don't know about you. I don't really like this as much. He's using DTs to try to find some kills, but like he only has 2 out. Going to 3rd and natural. Usually when I go for that main base hit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess he's just playing DT Archon, gonna make an Archon. Being there's 2. Or another Archon. This is actually really weird out of, he's going for Charge Lot Archon, okay. But like, that's why I didn't take the gas. Definitely a little strange of a way to play this.
Because
you notice how he didn't go for the.
I know there's been shockingly few Ling run bys. Like,
yeah, I think he's probably. He saw DTs and he was just trying to be defensive for the moment, I think. But I agree. It's
really
definitely not your typical
old.
style.
Like, he's being super safe with his money, and investing in the future. 28.
Yeah, exactly.
The age of 28 does things to you.
Yeah, he's got his Tesla stocks now, and you know.
Tesla stocks.
his IRA. Well,
he died. He just died. He really is old.
That's all she wrote.
Oh, it's so brutal.
Definitely a little.
Yeah, no, he was just like investing and like slowly pulling from his retirement fund, and he's like, "Guess I'll die now. Guess I'll just not have any units left." This is so sad.
Yeah, that was a little disappointment. He's like, "Well, nothing we could do better there, and just let's tap out here." Yeah, he was just on a drone cycle, I think. That's very unfortunate. Actually, was he? It's just the way the game goes. It's a hard video game, you know?
Is it though?
Is it though?
Grandmasters say no.
I mean,
it's so funny. Like,
Grandmasters say no, and then after the next day, they're like, "I'm so trash at this game."
Yeah, no, it's so funny. Like, like the more StarCraft players you get to know, you really get to see the bell curve in action of like players' egos, where they're like, and like player bias and like how completely oblivious people are to it. Like Raynor's like, yeah, no, anyone under 6K is trash. You're not even my off race, and it's not true. It's not. You're actually better than 99. Like, so what I use as an apologist when I'm arguing this out with people is like, imagine you're in the top 0.2% of teachers.
Yeah.
You're like a really freaking good teacher at like a really prestigious institution. Like, you're really fucking renowned. You're in the top 2% of StarCraft players.
Oh, we gotta switch servers. Shit.
I did switch servers, but
I didn't know.
I still don't have a lobby, so don't feel bad about
Wait,
this.
Americas? Yeah.
Yeah, we're on Americas.
Oh god. Oh my goodness. Bear with me. Why is this not happening anymore?
Apparently in German, glittering ashes is funk in the ash.
Funk in the ash.
Yeah.
Nice. Truly a knee slapper. I mean, that was pretty. I mean, it was very tight timing from our Protoss player. But as far as anybody expecting anything going on into the mid game, well, that was not the case. And this is for chat. I'm just kidding. Had to do it, Renegade. Not actually BMing the players, but like, it was a little unlucky for OldManSlum. I think he was going for some different play and got a little afraid of Dark Templar, seriously. And then like, well, going DTs, he's gonna, you know, I think he didn't misread it because there was no third being taken. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oof. And yeah, like see if OldManSlum steps in. I really see a 12 pool this game. That's my question to you.
No. No, I don't think so. I'm not feeling the 12 pool. I don't think.
You don't think it's gonna be cheesy? Yeah, OldManSlum's pretty honorable.
This is like, I hate to say it too, but oddly for group stage, these winners matches have like the least impacts. Like every other match in these group stages matter more than the winners matches, because you get out. I guess you aren't under threat of disqualification in the deciders, so you get to go home early, but like, this is just to determine seeding, essentially.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's to eliminate 2 players and determine seeding, and there's no players being eliminated, so we're removing half of the stakes for the winners match.
Oh, absolutely. That being said, it does look a little cheeky from Mr. Neuling, going with the Forge follow-up to the gate. Mr. Cheese, bringing out the cheddar for us. And yeah, the timing of this actually could be good if not scouted or dealt with properly. Because it looks like a standard timing to send the probe out, really. You know what I mean? Like a little later in the gate scout, maybe.
Yeah.
But still not too.
Unfortunately, a 12 pull really would have served OldManSlum well.
Yep. Ooh, look at this. There is still a opening. Oh, no, there's not. This is fully walled. And are we going to see a cancel and a transfer to the triangle third? Yep.
Yep.
I guess not. Yep, we are. Last second, he does get it. Gets the Roach Warren. Beautiful play from OldManSlum. And behind it, we have the core from our Protoss player with his first gas saturated. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a high committal cannon rush. This is actually pretty good. He canceled the first cannon, proceeded the second, so he was extra annoying, really delaying a natural, though forcing out roaches earlier. So he might have created his own problem if you think about it, Renegade. This could go either way now.
Well, these lings are not going to deign to chase the probe. I don't know why he isn't cannon rushing this third. I don't understand it.
He had time to do it, exactly. Well, the reason, I don't know, he's putting it into a different situation. It is going to delay a push with roaches immediately, right? But they're still going to, he's He could get the net. Gets a full scout, though. That's actually pretty good, so he's going to lose the probe. But yeah, he could have potentially made this even more painful for our Zerg player. And the fact that he's going Stargate, he's going to be able to defend this pretty easily. That's without doubt. I think he just set this up how he wanted the game to go. That's really setting back OldManSlum's economy quite a bit. Yeah, because like the Naturals finished at about the same time, but I mean, in that case, Protoss is kind of ahead just from the rip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Neuling's just now getting a third hatch. And 3 Ravagers against the Void Ray and potentially a Stalker by the time this finishes. At least even the one Void Ray alone for a bit should be fine. Shield Battery to help protect the pylon. Yep, Ravagers retreating. Adepts shading into the third. And finding nothing. Wrong base, buddy. Well... Renegade, you seem like you're a little on the tired side.
No, I'm great. We're good. We're good.
Everything's fine here. We're all fine. How are you? Right? To quote Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oof, I don't know about that shade, Renegade. 2 adepts shading in and literally just finding a few workers, but like next to sudden death. Wait, is he? Oh, nope, he is not going to be able to save, well, both of them.
He saves one.
He might be, if this stays alive a little bit, he may scout that link speed finishes. Yeah, if he, it's kind of a quick time. I don't know if he was paying attention to it at that point, but he did get a couple worker kills. 4's not too bad. Oh my goodness, this is going to be another nice timing attack from our Protoss player. He's going into, let's see here. Yeah, it's going to be like 8-gate, 7-gate link probably by the time it's all done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's probably going to add a couple more after. Unless he goes to take a third. It could just be a macro game. Yeah, he's setting up for a third.
Dude, you talked to Chicken Man lately? Huh? How's Chicken Man?
Chicken Man? He's, he seems like he's doing a little more positive. He had a great stream on Thursday. He wanted to do a dual cast with me tonight. I know usually we do, and we'll probably sneak it in there at least. He's like, Dave, let's cast ESL together tonight.
Go for it. I don't know if I'm gonna make a show tonight.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Like, we're under no obligation. I sure take my fair share off. I know you do sometimes too. You did a lot of casting today. I think we're gonna be fine for.
It's gonna be great.
Like usually we're spoiled by extremely good matches. So like even if we're like, aha, we have all the big casters on, we don't have the greatest viewership for EPT Cups. I mean, you gotta admit, you and I get we actually have gotten some of the best matches of ESL lately.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, the worst matches at the regionals are still gonna be pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. At that point,
at a really good amusement park, they're still gonna be pretty top tier.
Yeah, because we made it through all these other... Is that after the group stages, or is this the last group stages? That's what I wasn't sure of.
Stages, I think.
Absolutely. Oh, these stalkers have blank.
Games played in one day.
Yep.
So, Neuling is going for a blink stalker play, and this is a rarer build, but it checks out. Like, you see this maybe 1 in 50 games, something like that, Dave. How common do you think this build is?
Honestly, at this level, it's more common than you'd think. From what I've been noticing of Protoss players lately, at least in the meta, from around, I'd say like, I know the meta, everybody'd say just from the pro player meta, when we're talking like semi-pro amateur, I've been seeing it a lot more often. Realistically, the +1 timing makes this nice, but he's doing this against the wrong guy, possibly. OldManSlum, like you said, he's a very heavy link player, and I don't know. The +1 advantage is nice, but OldManSlum's just gonna keep pumping out links. And the one thing is, melee attacks is like the ticking time bomb, and I don't know. I don't think this is actually gonna work so well Renegade. I don't know about you, because there's no third behind it is the biggest thing.
Right. This is like a pure all-in. There's no transition out of it.
Yeah, we see a lot of these guys go for 2 base all-ins. You know what I mean? Like, not just Neuling. We've seen it in the past. There's certainly a lot of people stylistically that don't. I kind of like seeing the switch back. We hadn't as much before, but it's the kind of play that you don't have to all in. I don't know why people do it as much lately, but they're going back to it, you know, in other words. He's trading out really well. As I just said that, look at this. Losses starting to look more and more in favor of Neuling.
I think the issue is so many of these stalkers are injured. They're not dead. In the game of StarCraft, we don't have weapons degradation, so these injured stalkers are going to shoot just as fine as a full health stalker.
Yeah, we're not playing Fallout here. Lucas starting chat, like, please God, no Sky Toss. It's not, this is not going to be Sky Toss at all. This is just completely all in.
You don't think they go
you
to
know
the
what?
sky
16 drones going down. What's going on?
You don't think they go to the sky when they blink?
I think it's just a teleportation.
I always imagined like the mothership was like.
Oh yeah, they probably do. But I think there's other. If you think about it though, like the whole Stalker blink thing is a Dark Templar trait from the Nerazim and lore.
Oh yeah,
and
I guess so.
So I'm thinking about that. They didn't really have much in terms of ships, though. That's where the Void Ray comes from, and GG is called.
GG. Neuling takes the series 2-0.
A Protoss advancement. Wow.
And he's saved us from a 7th PvP. Hero Neuling. See if we can get him in here for an interview.
I thought for sure, like, here's the thing. If that was an earlier +1 melee timing attack, I think OldManSlum would have been, but it's because of the pressure he got from the cannon and stuff. Like, that screwed his build up, I think. Like, normally, I think OldManSlum's the kind of player that would be the build order counter kind of situation against this. But, like, because of all the shenanigans, the cannons and the cancels and the that really set OldManSlum back. Slayer's malding in chat. Oh my goodness. That's funny. It's alright, Slayer. You win some, you lose some. Or if you're me, you lose some, you lose more. Yeah. So what do we got now?
Winner's interview, theoretically. I told Neuling to join voice chat, so we'll see if he does. I don't want to wait too long. Let's have these guys start their vetoes. Lucasdart?
Oh, Neuling's here. We got to move him down.
Let's go. By the power of admins. Hi, Neuling.
Hello.
How you doing? Congrats.
I'm quite surprised that went so smoothly today. I thought my group was really hard, and I'm quite happy I made it.
So we got a bone to pick with you. Why the Manor Nexus for Slayer?
It wasn't a mana nexus. I thought he wanted to base trade me, but then I kind of guess he didn't have the units to do that.
So you gave him a
recalled.
base to trade. You're like, here, have a Nexus to trade.
But I think it did somewhat do something for me because he attacked it when I did the Nexus at his third base. He attacked it before moving across. I think I already won at that point, but it still bought me some time.
The old proxy at Nexus, opponent confusion, you know? You should be moving across the map, in other words, and the time spent killing the Nexus made a huge difference.
Yeah, maybe. Actually, the series versus Slayer was quite interesting. I panicked in game 2 and just did the same build again, even though I prepped something for map 2. and yeah, it didn't really work.
So you're going to go up against the second place finisher from Group D. Out of the 4 players, which would you rather face?
Out of the 4,
Mm-hmm.
I think LaserCat maybe
Okay.
would be my pick if I could pick someone out of the group. I think Gypsy is really strong, and Daniello is always scary because when he can prepare, he usually does really well in LegionCup.
Right.
And Psystorm, I don't really know what to do against him because I don't really know how he plays. So I'd like Razorcat maybe.
LaserCat, yeah, I could see that being the preference, but yeah, you could spend some time studying your opponent. You don't know him as well. I know that's what you guys usually do on it. But good luck to you. Congrats, by the way.
Thank you. I really tried hard today. I prepped for everything on map I played, and I was kind of confident versus Lucas, so I didn't really practice too much versus him, but I didn't play him, so that's great.
Yeah, well, good for you. You get the evening where you're all set for the evening today, right?
Yeah, it's quite late. I will watch the rest of the games and then we'll see who I get.
What time is it for you?
It's 12 a.m. 30. I don't know.
Nice.
Where are you from, Neuling, again? I forgot.
I'm from Germany.
Germany, you are. I was going to say I thought so. Nice, man. Well played. And yeah, Lucas is malding in chat with the players. He's like, oh my gosh, I have to play this at 12:30 a.m. I'm malding. And just thinking, well, you just finished your series, so you're at no obligation to stay up if you don't want to. It's the beauty of it.
Yeah, but I think the group is quite high level, so I think I will watch the rest of the games.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Neuling. And I think we're going to be getting onto that series. Not to cut it short, but very well played.
Yeah, thank you. And also, I want to shout out to everyone who trained with me, prepared some games, made some custom games. Was quite a lot of help.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's good. You got some practice in, and I apologize for not bringing that up too. We had the other guys just like kind of rushing there, but not to be rude to you by any means. That's awesome. I'm glad you got a lot of practice in. Yeah, thank you for playing in LegionCup.
Yeah, see you next round.
Absolutely.
I guess.
See ya.
All right, see ya. All right, Renegade.
Thanks for the follow, Boomer Building.
Nice.
Nice.
We good to go, Renegade?
Yes, we're good.
Feels bad for OldManSlum. Good job for Neuling. Very well played. And it is getting quite late in the EU. And holy heckin' heck. I think I might turn this fan on.
That's probably a good idea. I think the thunderstorm's going to start soon.
Well, that'll cool things down. It's supposed to be really cold here tomorrow. So. I don't know about... it already cooled down quite a bit, so probably the same there, I'd imagine.
My poor cat's just hiding under any shade she can find.
Very cool stuff. All right. You want me to do the honors this time?
Go for it.
Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner. Sporting the pink, representing Root Gaming. It is our cheeky Protoss player, Mr. Slayer.
And in the top left, as the red Terran, it's none other than the young Belgian Lucasdart. So
yeah,
tell me about Slayer. Tell me about Slayer, Dave, because Slayer's a player I'm less familiar with.
Slayer was actually, like I said, we had Slipjip and Slayer and Acheron and Benjadeth and a whole bunch of old buddies, Warlock and stuff, doing like customs when I was drunk as hell. And Dave's stream last night. They just like, Dave, we cast this clan war, and they're like, oh, it's America versus Canada, and I'm like, okay, so
Oh,
U.S.
the
versus
Nation
Canada.
Wars thing, like the Diamond Nation Wars? Or...
No, they just randomly did this. It was a bunch of them and Yo-Yo and stuff. So like, they're all in chat BMing each other in my Discord, like, I don't know, a dozen kids, you know. And I'm like, you can't discern, nothing is distinguishable, but they're all making Slayer mauled, and Slayer was like so ragey. So I just imagine Slayer, if he loses anything, he's gonna be like, you know, that's gonna be Slayer, but we can't hear right now.
Yeah.
Slayer is usually he can be a bit of a memer, but when he's going in, he plays a little, you know, he'll focus, but he definitely isn't afraid to do some cheeky builds. So we might see some spice here, and you know what? I think we're gonna see a dead probe potentially, Renegade. Yep, that's one dead probe. Split in half by Mr. Marine.
Really, we'll see Slayer have a Woot-sickle moment. Just right-click down a planetary. Get me out of this game! No! Get me out!
The noises he was making on that, my gosh, that's like probably the best clip I've ever seen.
I can't. It actually makes me uncomfortable.
But everybody can relate to that in StarCraft, you know what I'm like? Realistically, we're all like thinking it, but he's actually like expressing what we're all thinking when stuff like that happens, you know?
I get like, I don't know, I take my anger out differently. Like I don't know that I ever get that kind of angry. Like,
well, I think it's truthfully more frustrating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's more like, when I thought back on it, I don't think it's much anger as it's just the frustration he's having in the moment, right?
Right.
But yeah, it is quite funny. I know what you're saying. It is a little.
I think scholars at Princeton University will study the Woot-sickle clip for generations to come.
True. Big true. Ooh, I like that save of the SCV in the bunker. But Lucasdart not taking the units out to fight the Adept just yet. But I don't hate it because he's got his orbital down. He's not done much there, but realistically, he's not fighting this Reaper. Oof, and a kill. That's 2 kills on that Reaper, Renegade. So 3 workers down so far for Mr. Slayer. Oof. He's actually doing a lot of damage to these Marines and SCVs, though. Wow, that Adept was actually pretty worth it, Renegade. Wouldn't you say so?
Savagery.
I mean, if he didn't lose those 3 workers, like if it was just like a normal 1 or 2, like if it's still 1 worker, it would have been a little better. It's still not as good, but better than nothing. Oh my god, that Reaper getting another kill. Lucasdart. Gone.
Lucas saying he just wants to go to bed before this match started, so keep that in mind as we continue forward. He seems super tired. It is 12:30 a.m. where he lives, so
yeah. But that being said, still that Reaper, very high value. If that Reaper made it out of that last little engage, I'm like, man, this Reaper's approaching a beyond Reaper from value. Still, I got like, I don't know, like in total with the Reaper, but I would say, yeah, he got an extra probe, so totally worth it. I think that was a 3-kill Reaper. And yeah, looks like we're gonna see your standard 3-1-1 with the stem combat shield. Combat shield a little delayed here. Actually, no, it's everything's lining up pretty good though. He's got combat shield and infantry weapons +1 on the way on Lucasdart's side. Do see looks to be just Blink Robo follow up for Slayer, but he's not taking a 3rd. This is so weird. Why is everybody not? It's a lot of tech for 2 bases. Renegade.
yeah, Slayer is going to take out the bunker. That's no great loss to Lucasdart. +1 would be a great loss to Lucasdart. Lucas, please. Okay. Alright, there's the stutter step.
Yeah, the stutter step's there. 2 stalkers going down, not the greatest, but he does take out the Cyclone and does have eyes on this army the whole time. And it looks to me like he may have a scan in a bit if he wants to take out this observer, but I don't know if he's going to do it. If Lucasdart is aware that this is foul. Yeah, I think he is. Yep. That's one dead observer.
Now it's the StarCraft observer. This is so sad.
Rip Nish.
Nish.
Nish comes in, he'll be like, hey. Thought we were cool, Dave.
Dude, he's so cool.
Yeah, Nish is
If you
good
haven't seen
peeps.
the StarCraft observer, he makes little TikToks / Instagram posts like with StarCraft stuff. And most of that, they can be hit or miss sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. But like,
Yeah.
2/3 of them are straight fire. They're so funny.
Yeah. Absolutely. And look at this nice little split here from Lucas. But these blank stalkers are on point. Oh, are they though? He had an opportunity to really like risk taking out losing a stalker, but he could have killed one of those medevacs outright if he just pushed forward. Would have been worth losing a stalker or two, in my opinion, because it was half loaded still, you know?
Yeah.
And he didn't go for extended thermal lance. He's going right into charge with... he only has 3 gates, though. This is like... Funnily enough, he is going to have some more finish up right now, though. Okay. For a second, I was like, he's in the Dave situation, but be an earlier third base and not enough gates to produce, and he's going to have charge. And that'd be a rip. But he's doing all right. You know what, Renegade? I think actually Slayer is going to be way all right. There's going to be +1 infantry armor on the way. But for a bit, if Lucasdart engages, he's going to be fighting into +1 just before.
Yeah, for sure. I like Lucasdart's army better. I think Lucasdart... Oh, he decides to go for the drop. I thought he was going to be able to target down the no shields Colossi, but he does go for the drop.
That is a decent amount.
Zealots. Okay, the Colossi don't have anything to shield for them. One of them does get picked off, the second one heavily injured.
Ooh, but that's a lot of medevacs too. Yeah, let's look at the trades. Actually, yeah, the army comp was good, but just how the engage went down. He did lose a whole Colossus. The other one just barely living. That is not the greatest, but the fact that he kept one alive, I think this is okay now that the extended thermal lance is finishing up here. But the scary thing is he had no choice but try to fight the army, I think. He could have kept I think he might have been able to do it without the Colossus engaging, but it would have been at a greater cost to the gateway units. So it's kind of tough to say if that was worth or not, to me anyway. Just because there was a high Marauder count, you know?
Dude, we're going to be casting DreamHack, man. Can you believe that?
Imagine DreamHack.
I don't know about you. That's been a dream of mine for...
I mean...
It's been a dream of mine for, like, at least 8 or 9 years. And now I can finally hack it. It feels so good.
That's awesome. Yeah, for me, I'm kind of like... Cool. I just think it's exciting, and... I'm not undershooting it because I got into casting later. I enjoyed the shit out of it and was thinking a lot. You know, ideally, I just like to... I've been pretty happy with how things have been going, so I'm just kind of shocked and in awe that we got that far, Renegade. And the fact that we're doing it together because we've known each other for long enough, casted plenty together, and yeah, it's exciting as hell. But this fight... Look at this. Slayer now losing a Nexus, but Renegade, I don't know. He's still got a ton of his workers. That's like the important thing to do. He saved his workers. He only lost like 3, right?
Yeah.
And he's now going into double forge with Disruptor Switch. This is actually looking pretty good for Slayer, honestly. But Lucas going to take a 4th as well.
Lucas Micro just seems off today, and I think this might actually be the fatigue. Which is sad. It's sad if that's the case, because this is the end of a circuit. This isn't the end of the tournament. This isn't the end of, a seasonal Legion Cup. This is the end of the whole circuit. And you don't want to throw it because you're unfortunately tired.
Yeah. And this is the losers bracket match. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just looking at chat. Akron asking. Widowmine drop going to find the 5th base getting dropped. I actually don't hate that out of Slayer though, but you're right. Lucas normally in a lot faster multi-prong, etc. But do see it as well from catching a little bit of Mr. Lucasdart a bit.
Well, the Dark Shrine is made directly underneath the medevac, so that's been scouted.
Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, there was no, literally to be expected, kind of. But like a Widowmine drop that late is kind of interesting, but could be actually pretty devastating. But he did only get 3 workers so far.
The front line of Vikings is eviscerated by a disruptor connection.
Oh,
A huge chunk of bio as well, and Lucasdart has lost his army.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Lucas. He does have Ghosty Boys in the way. The army supply is not looking good. He is actually he's got a pretty good set of production going on. So that is not too bad with the 8 barracks. If he has more time, there is a shot at it, but yeah, I don't know. We're on +3 ground weapons in the way for Slayer. Lucas just now getting he's in a +2 with a slightly behind +1 infantry armor, but he did at least make it to double eBay. I don't know. Slayer could just outright potentially go out and kill him. And I think that we might see that, but the EMP is actually pretty good. Oh, that Nova was so good.
Oh.
That one, not so great. Killing his own Zealots, Renegade. Oh my god. This is certainly something. "17 workers fell behind that Renegade."
Yeah.
As the clock's ticking, I don't think this is looking too great for Lucas. He does have a decent army supply, though. And
at this stage of the game, you have mules you can rely on. Your on-4 base, you can sustain those losses. You just can't sustain those losses multiple times.
Yeah, you have to basically do god-tier trading, but when you're against AoE, it gets harder.
Lucas is okay for now, but one more bad fight, and he's probably going to lose this game.
Oh, wait, he's getting some worker kills. Invisible men are running to the planetary is not going good for Lucas, though. Widowmine drops, I think, are what's causing those workers. He's still reusing those. Ooh. Damn, that was a nice save of the planetary, but that disruptor looked menacing. I just missed that. That looked absolutely huge, Renegade. I can just tell by the blood splattered. Oh my god. Just absolute fantastic connects from Slayer. And I think we're approaching the end here. At the same time, tons of workers going down behind us. It's just funny to point out. Like, the Widowmine's in the 3rd, but look at 23, 24, and counting SCVs.
There's just there's no dislodging the Protoss once they get in on top of your production, which Slayer is seconds away from being in on top of Lucasdart's production. There it is. There's the kill, and the reinforcements are not going to be able to group up, and that's GG.
Yeah, he lost. Yeah, GG. There's no no income to support either way, and just losing that many units when you're on your back foot is just that's it. That's game. EU. Well, here we are. Think I had to tweak my mic, huh, Renegade?
It sounds fine to me.
I was just checking your stream for a second. That's why I got quiet. Starting to think of these things more and more.
Oh yeah, no, the nervousness is setting in for sure.
It's not the nervousness. It's just like I've wanted to step it up because like, yeah, if you feel like up to it, even if you want to just cast alongside, we're gonna do musical casters tomorrow. We got the open. Obviously, more than welcome to join us if you're feeling up to it and have time. If not, don't worry.
I do have one more Legion Cup group to cast tomorrow, fortunately.
Gotcha.
Is it 3 or 4 tomorrow?
3.
Okay.
Normally it'd be 4. I know that's, but yeah, it's all good. All right, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2,000 Hemispheres. Give it up for Genesis Gaming's Lucasdart, sporting the red.
And in the top right corner, it's Slayer.
Mr. Slayer. The pink Protoss. Slayer of Terran units with disruptors. My guilty. Lucasdart did say that when I was casting with him for the fundraiser for Empress. That's funny enough. He's like, everybody hates this. We actually caught him and people clipped it. That Lucasdart actually was saying, everybody hates and whines on Protoss, but you know what? It's not so bad. He was a little tipsy. The truth came out from Lucasdart.
Why was he tipsy? He's like 17.
Well, he's 17 in Europe. The drinking ages are a little different over there.
Okay, because communism. I understand.
Well, no, I mean, communism. Jeez, Renegade. Oh my gosh, we got a proxy 2-Rax Reaper.
Yeah, so Lucasdart is actually touching on something really philosophical here. So I heard a long time ago in an interview, I'll tell you if I remember the pro gamer. I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth. Like, I'm 70% confident of who it was, but I don't want to quote them, and I'm not 100% sure. But like, the reason pro gamers play on low graphics settings still is not frame rate, right? Like, you can get, if you turn this game to low, you get like actually thousands of FPS, and the best like $3,000 OLED monitors 4K that we have are at max like 512 refresh rate, something like that. So the reason they turn it to low graphics is they don't want to think of their units as people. They don't want to think of a zealot as anything other than a piece on a chessboard. They don't want to see the blood animations. They want it to disappear. They want it to be deleted. They don't want it humanized. And Lucasdart is touching on that by probably in a meme way. He's probably not taking it that seriously, but yeah, that's why pro gamers play at low settings, because they don't want to see that disruptor hit and be like, wow, that's pretty. Look at the limbs fly everywhere. They want to be like, okay, my army disappeared instantaneously. Let's react.
Yeah.
How do I move my pieces?
That being said, we see the pieces moving probably not in the way he was hoping to. That just tipped his hat. I completely agree, but right there, that looked like an all-army hotkey. All the Reapers revealed, and with the double Stalker follow-up, that's actually kind of rough for Lucas.
Yeah,
Yeah, I totally see that.
These Reapers theoretically shouldn't do anything, but the Stalkers are out of position. Well-placed Reaper grenades can enable the Reapers to kind of finesse their way around the Stalkers, but it looks like Lucasdart doesn't want to be that involved. He's not feeling it.
No, not at all. He is. So this is going to, funnily enough, turn into a weird sort of offbeat 2-1-1 timing.
Stim starting
as a result.
for Lucasdart.
Absolutely. then with the reactor coming. Actually, that's not too bad, but the blink timing could be pretty good. At the same time with the 2 racks, yeah, that blink is going to be a lot faster because the delay it took from flying these over. At the same time, 2 racks, not so bad. He's going to have his third a little, later, obviously. But he does have some defensive units, a little more than going 1-1-1 on a blink timing and not finding any damage. Just a bit. And Widow Mines, I don't know about you, kind of like it a little better than Siege Tanks, truthfully. Siege Tanks are usually your defensive choice against a Blink Stalker attack, but I don't know for sure if Lucas is fully aware of this. I don't know now, Renegade. There's a low ground bunker. Tech Lab's just finishing the Stalkers on the other side of the map. Reapers are going to die a third, and the medevac is scouted. Not looking good for Lucas with his mine drop.
Yeah.
Wait.
I mean...
Well, he bought himself time, actually. Look at this. At the same time, Slayer's going full retreat, so even if he loses this and doesn't get value, which he's not, truth be told, not only did he force Slayer back, he's going to actually get some kills with 2 Reapers. That's certainly going to find some kills in the mineral line of Slayer and force lost mining time.
Yeah, this is really smart coming out from Lucasdart. He's turning a loss into a W.
Ooh, and the emotional damage. Emotional damage is called by that Reaper grenade. When's the Play-Doh RTS? I just have to read this. Tiki. That's a good point. Renegade, imagine Play-Doh RTS. Well,
they have that.
They do?
Yeah, it's called Army Men. You mine like Play-Doh. You mine plastic and like batteries and stuff.
Oh no, this is a base race.
Your units are all toys. Oh, yeah. Combat shields is gone.
That's huge. Mamma mia, I think this is ultimately a little late for young Master Lucas. In time, I mean. Ooh, he does force a recall, though. But no combat shields makes this very rough. It makes these Stalkers so much better than they actually are usually.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But 21 workers going down for Slayer. He's now down 24 workers for the moment. And behind this, Lucas with the army supply lead needs to get... he is getting combat shields right away at the low ground. He's actually in a fantastic spot, Renegade. Just not a lot of Marauder production. Because of the... that's the other thing you lost without combat shields.
Lucas is trading out as best he can with Slayer, but there just aren't the units available.
Yeah, it loses a medevac, but at least it was not the loaded one. And yeah, it's actually it's looking a lot rough now because without combat shields, those Marines are just they're sitting ducks kind of against Stalkers. But now that it did just finish up. Oof.
Well, those Marauders are fighting to the death, but die they shall. Slayer, though, didn't commit enough units that he can actually capitalize on it. He can't finish Lucasdart.
Well, that was his whole army. Yeah, again, like, he had to buy himself time. He is probing up quite well and does have his third base. Lucas is just now dropping his third. It's a little later, but considering how this started out with the proxy racks and stuff, not to be unexpected. He does have infantry armor in the way.
It should be noted as well that Lucasdart way overmade SCVs. He's got oversaturation on the natural, so it looks like Lucasdart is way ahead of Slayer in economy. He's actually not. Slayer's mining much more efficiently than Lucasdart is, and does still have the economic advantage. So
yeah, it was actually stalling his economy. True, he had plenty. He's basically got a full third base saturate. Well, almost. Mining off that, so he's off the optimal mining. Once you're past 19 workers, 20 workers, it's gonna be actually better to long distance mine at that point. But he's got that third coming. Disruptors are a little scary. I don't know about you, Renegade, but that's the Monka S on Lucas's side, I think. But he's going to find some probes.
Lucasdart fighting for his life.
Yeah, truthfully, he just needs to mass an army behind this. He's getting a Viking, which, oof, he saw the army a bit. I don't know how much I like that. 9 workers and a Nexus, very good, but Slayer's army starting to grow a little more. And he needs to have Afterburner available, which is okay. Oh, he should have done that just a little earlier. That was 1 medevac, well, pretty close to full, Renegade.
Widowmine's burrowing at the front. The Marine Marauder is fully healed.
No!
It launches his first stim.
That Nova. It only got 1 kill. That looked like it got more than it did, but that was just 1 Marauder. So that wasn't like the end of the world, though, you know? Not at all. Ooh. One thing I gotta say, alright, so we can see an armory. Yeah, Lucasdart quite behind in the armory, getting his second eBay. Unfortunately, it's going to stall out his production. I wouldn't have hated to see a Ghost Academy because he was a little behind right there. I don't know about you, but I think Ghost right then would have probably been the play.
I'll be his
I
Ghost.
do like the upgrades.
Ghost reporting. Wait, I gotta do it better. Ghost reporting. That was still not good.
Nah, it was alright. It was good enough. You know?
In the pipe, 5x5.
Alright. Widowmine is down from the Disruptor. A couple buried over here, but the Observer scouts this. The Observer scouts everything. That's actually pretty big for Mr. Slayer. Oh, wow, they killed the Observer at the last second. The Lucasdart with the 5-head scan. Oh, and a juicy mine shot, Renegade. I love it. Gotta love to see it. The Zealot's taking a lot of health. Okay, we don't see any overextension from Lucas. That's pretty good. Widowmine going to kill the Zealot on the Zalnaga Watchtower, preventing vision on the left flank. You know, I don't know about you. I'd love to see Lucas just jet into these medevacs and just boost right into the main.
Yeah, I think that would be a really solid play for him. Slayer's base is well built. It looks like a shining Utopia city. But the pylons can still be sniped like any other Protoss base. There's no units there. It would force a recall from Slayer, and of course Lucasdart can just jet to the low ground.
Well, you see what's happening behind this big push? Oh, other than these disruptors, beautiful splits. There's a lot of disruptors. Lucas not respecting it. He's taking some pretty sloppy fights, but the invisible men behind this in the third base trying to find some damage. And they are going to start getting some. Wow.
Iger,
they're softening.
So much for the follow.
Okay, last DT goes down. Only kills 4 workers, but funnily enough, that DT found no actual kills of Renegade. These are like 1 HP SCVs, but the other DT, it gets cleaned up. Look at this. That's like a whole dead mineral line, like a swift breeze, and that's just dead. These Marines have 1 HP. Isn't that funny? DTs after the game scales with armor, you'll see like 1 and 2 HP SCVs. Where they just outright kill them normally.
Aye.
So it's a good thing Luke shows you the importance of upgrades, folks, right there. Life and death. Oh my god, but the other importance of paying attention to your army. Very unlucky. I think he was worried about landing as 4th. It was just situational. Man, Lucas just narrowly dodging these Novas. Definitely a little unlucky. Yeah, and guys, if there's any available, which I'm sure knowing just how the way things work, please use those Matcherino codes. Just click the button, and we'll add 25 cents to the prize pool. Click claim code after linking an account.
We're out of codes.
Oh, beautiful. Good job, chat.
Yeah. They did
Good
a
job,
great
chat.
job. But you can
players.
follow Alpha X on Twitter, and they'll add 20 cents to the prize pool. Because Sushi is
Yeah.
cool like that.
All right, and if you really want to be a superhero, you can also do it the old-fashioned way, donate a few bucks, or smash that subscribe button to Renegade.
Fletch saying, today I learned Slayer doesn't believe in Colossi. Dude, you know what we haven't seen today, like ever? Like at any point? Storm. There's been no Storm.
Yeah, Storm has been out of it for a while. Like, a lot of people hadn't, but even in the pro games, you and I have been seeing Storm come back a lot more this season. But definitely.
+1 finishing for Slayer. DT Blink.
Yeah, he's
Has
got
been,
two. Yeah, Slayer has +1 armor, but he's against 2/2. Yeah, Shadow Stride actually can help in fighting potentially, but I don't know. He's got ghosty boys. Oh, it was a beautiful EMP. You know what, Renegade? This could go either way. Because while there's a bigger army on the right for both players, the MP whiffs. Oh, second one taking pretty good damage. One of the disruptors takes the full brunt of the force. And all the disruptors mostly go... Oh, most of the disruptors going down. Oh, but not that last one.
Oh my god, Lucas, he succumbed. He let the intrusive thoughts win. He's like, yeah, but what if I got to see a juicy disruptor hit in the middle of my army? Wouldn't that be really pretty? Just let it happen.
Oh, gosh, Lucas. Not like this. Some incredible splits, though. Lucas splits, no joke. Behind this, he has a lot of reinforcements, though, Renegade. I don't hate this. He does have 2 Marauders with 2 medevacs scrambling from the eastward side to join their friends in battle.
Their east side preps.
Yep. It's the east side versus the west side. Oh, my God, these disruptors! That was a nasty disruptor. He killed, like, every ghost.
But a lot of the disruptors are dead now.
Yeah. And now he's even killing the invisible men, but that last one narrowly evaded. Yeah, you're right. That was actually huge for Lucasdart. And when you think about what he lost, but what he gained. What he gained is what he traded, and that was killing all the disruptors. There's more, obviously, in production, more popping out here, too, at the third base. Slayer. Ooh, gonna catch some already damaged units. There's gonna be another Nova, but he almost kills the other. Oh, I'm getting a little lag. How about you?
I am not getting any lag.
I'm thinking it's my toaster computer, but the storms and losing power the other day, I've had some quirky issues.
Man, this game's brutal on the CPU.
Funnily enough, you're gonna laugh. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna tell you after this crazy fight. Yeah, Lucas still has slight advantage at army supply, but he's starting to drop extra CCs. As much as Slayer has a 5th base, like we saw this with Slayer and Neuling before. Slayer kind of not really focusing on his macro super much. He's got a 5th base totally unsaturated, no gas saturation at the 4th. Okay, just as I say that, he's finally getting saturated. He's been oversaturated with 25 to 16 for like, I don't know, minutes.
Xenodactyl saying, "What is Storm?" Man, I don't know if you've even seen like a Tempest before Xenodactyl. I think there's a lot of Protoss units you have yet to explore.
I'm sure Xeno's definitely seen a Tempest, but maybe not Storm. I think Xeno, gotta love Xeno. He is the man he is. But I think some Florencio studied me there. Florencio uses Storm sometimes.
Does he cannon rush you?
Oh yeah, dude, that's the best. I mean, that's the best race to cannon rush. Actually, right now, especially after the battery change, PvP is the cannon rush matchup now. It's like almost exclusively. Oh god, that Nova did connect, but didn't get that many units though. At least.
Always makes me sad how many of these death animations, especially for Terran, They just kind of like stand there a second before they're sliced in half or blown apart or...
Oh yeah, for sure. We're getting the fusion course. We're gonna see advanced ballistics potentially, but we gotta see some splits. Oh my goodness. Lucas falling a little, but he cleans up all the disruptors. And he still has Widow Mines Renegade. This could be pretty good if he backs off and lures these zealots to the Widow Mine. After the EMP, that's a lot of zealots down. Man, that were fantastic trades for Lucas, but Slayer's going for 6 base.
This is a +1 versus 2-2. This is 1-2 versus 2-2. At the time we were asking anyway, it's going to be 3-3 for the Terran soon.
Yep, he's going to have 3-3. Would like to see him get that advanced ballistics at the fusion core when he can. So he has range liberators and some liberator production. Like, truth be told, Slayer's got to still stand on a pretty heavy Blinkstalker Disruptor comp, but with all these zealots that he needed to, he's going to have less supply for stalkers. And libs with advanced ballistics are quite annoying to deal with. Xenodactyl says, "Yeah, Storm Tempest builds. I don't have Storm builds."
Okay, do you understand that Storm is a type of Tempest, right? Like we.
Yep.
Or excuse, Tempest is a type of Storm. Oh my god.
True. Yeah, it's all right.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. Renegade, 100% not wrong. Is this base going to be canceled? No, it's going to take some damage. If truthfully, Lucas needs to be careful right here, though. He does land a beautiful EMP when the disruptor falls short, but these ghosts are out of energy, Renegade.
Much like our dear caster.
I mean, not just you. I'm dead from other reasons, but yeah, you're Zeng. All right. Can Lucasdart come back? Looks like he's he's fighting pretty well, but he's got to be careful of these disruptors, of course. He doesn't have any ghosts with this army at the moment. Actually stopped producing ghosts, in fact. Oh, the ghosts are in the northwest still. But he's all out of EMP juice. You know, that would be a good idea for some offline content. I think I might try to do that. Make some commercials for StarCraft stuff. EMP juice. Like, that'd be pretty funny. Like, they have like the Fallout videos.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think StarCraft needs some made by the community, and that's something I think I might work on. What do you think, Renegade? Maybe we can get you in.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the execution, right? Like, that's not a bad idea. It just depends on how it's done.
Yeah, I don't know how good I'd do with it, but
style.
Oh yeah, if I did it with my cartoons, maybe that's what I could do with my cartoons. That was my goal of 2022.
There you go.
Renegade, we found it. The Dave cartoons will be StarCraft product commercials. That's amazing. I would have never thought of that if it wasn't for you. Or we would have never had that conversation. Oh my god, look at these disruptors though, so many disruptors.
Oh.
The Novas and disruptors and EMPs. Oh my, the Terran army is going to win.
One left.
Yeah, it's only one. Oh, two. One coming at the high ground though.
I do not want to be a biological Lucasdart unit in this game. He really is just using meat grinder tactics. Like,
well, he's traded like so much better though. Look, imagine, is he though? The trades are so much better. He's been killing all these stalkers.
Yeah, you know what? You look at it, it is, but it's very painful to watch 160 Marines die, I guess.
Yeah.
100 Marauders. I think it's the value of the units, right? He's losing more units, but they're less valuable than the Protoss.
Yeah.
It's the fact that these Disruptor Novas keep going off and killing obscene amounts of bio, and then like all 5 of the Disruptors die. And
yeah, that
actually ends up being in the Terran's favor, even though it looks very gory.
Yeah, I think that's probably the least impactful thing of seeing Protoss units die. Like, even the Zealots just kind of like fade away in the wind, and then after watching with but Fear Dragon tweeted the other day. He goes, thanks to chat for reminding me. He goes, eating a Protoss might actually be vegan because they're like basically photosynthetic creatures.
Yeah, no, I commented on that.
Yeah, that was.
I was like, okay, so what if you drink gasoline, right? Are you vegan? Like, how long does the animal have to be dead? I don't know. If you eat a dead Protoss, are you vegan? Because that's just like decaying plant matter, right?
Well, I mean, I think being that they're aliens, the thing is it'd be a different classification of stuff, and humans obviously with our set ways would probably, it'd be a technicality,
Aliens
yeah.
are people.
But I mean, they still are. I think we'd still call them people, like if you think it.
Do you think aliens would show up and we'd be like, we need to give these guys rights? Oh no! Slayer just took out his front stop. Oh well, I guess. Let me rephrase this, considering it made Lucas tap out. Slayer asserts dominance by blowing up his own stalker line with disruptor shots, and Lucasdart taps out.
Well, I mean, honestly, I was more on it, I think, as far as what was going on. I'm a little tired here, like in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, all right, let's play this out. We had to be in caster mode, but I'm like, no, Slayer was Omega dead. He lost somewhat. He was so behind. Like, you'd have to be the only foreseeable way I saw him winning, because he got behind in upgrades, and I half agree with Mr. L. He does play Protoss there too, and disruptors are out. It doesn't matter, but at the end of the day, it does start to matter if you're a Terran and you have those upgrade advantages, because those disruptors just melt a little easier after an EMP.
Mm-hmm.
But I was going to say the only real chance I saw was a crazy base race situation, or just some shenanigans out of Slayer, but he just stuck to the same comp. He did try using some DT run bys, did get some value, but not enough. He was just kept back. That was just Lucas's game to win. Where are the kids?
Where are the kids?
Yeah, Lucas and Slayer. Oof. It is hotter than... Boom's mom.
Oh my god, dude, that was a spicy one. I've met Boom's mom, okay? I've met Boom's mom.
Really? Have you actually?
Actually.
The memes aside you have, that's awesome.
Have I?
Wait, aren't you Boom's mom?
I think I'm a bit too young for that.
GG. All right, well, we're waiting for these kids. All right.
Dude, Dave, okay, if you had to go somewhere and you wanted free coaching...
Wait, are they in any? Go on.
I don't know. I switched servers. Maybe they'll find us one day. Slayer is on EU. Lucasdart is here now, too.
Okay. I'm going to grab a water real quick while we're gathering. Okay. I'm not going to hold you guys up. Just, if you don't mind, it is 9,000 degrees in here.
Seeking out new life and new civilizations means nothing to me. Listen, the Federation in Star Trek is canonically fascism. It actually is. Look it up. You think they're going to give rights to the Klingons? Do you think that's what's going to happen? No. Did you see Independence Day? They come here. We nuke their motherships, right? You see War of the Worlds. We cough on them. We do the same thing we did to the Native Americans. We like give them horrible diseases, so they all die. It's horrid. We're not gonna treat aliens well.
Yeah.
Unless they look like cats. Like they have to be super adorable, and then we won't be able to kill them. But if they're not super adorable, like if they're anything less than an 8 out of 10 on the cute scale, they're so dead. Like we're genociding them 100%.
Well, I don't know. It depends. I think of Star Trek. If it's like I just hope for first contact like the Vulcans. That's all I'm saying. But
I
the
don't
likelihood of that, I doubt it.
So the only time I watch Star Trek...
Wait, where are you guys? Are you on NA? Because I'm on EU and I see no one.
We are on Americas.
Sorry. Thank you.
You're on
you
the
should
opposite
watch Star
of whatever
Trek.
The last one. So I watched the one that was on in like the early 2000s.
Enterprise.
with like Worf.
Oh no, that
Everyone had
was.
Worf.
Oh, that would be you're talking early 2000s. Yeah, you're talking probably Deep Space Nine then.
But it would put me to sleep every time. So that's my experience with Star Trek. It was just so ambient and like so quiet with like this nice ASMR dialogue.
There's a way to go about it. There's a way to go about it. We'll definitely have to talk. I know Xeno would be in here.
Oh, my people call your people.
Mm-hmm.
Xeno, honestly, like a race of xenodactyls come. They're gonna shake their talon. Like they're gonna eat us. They're gonna try to eat us, and we're gonna try to shoot them with our highest caliber rifles. It's how it's gonna go. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. Also, thank you to everyone who's tuned in. Please consider following the channel if you're enjoying the stream. Co-caster here is Dave Testa, SC.
It's not my name. It's Turd Ferguson.
It's not correct. It's Dave Testa, SC. Go ahead on over that channel. Follow Chicken Man while you're at it, because he's still linked there. And
that was an old Norm Macdonald as Burt Reynolds, and Celebrity Jeopardy was portrayed by Alex Trebek, portrayed by Will Ferrell.
So Dave, I heard that you kind of had a feeder school to Princeton University. Is that right?
Something like that, you know?
But like this server where if you wanted free coaching and tournaments that were locked to platinum players that handed out money that you could participate in, and team leagues you could complete in, some sort of, I want to say like silver heroes, gold heroes, something like that. Dave, can you remind me on the name?
Princeton University. Yeah, you know what? Platinum Heroes. Some of the sponsors for the tournament. That's what you're getting at, huh? But you got me thinking. Maybe the Drunk Tank should be renamed and re-icon.
Platinum Heroes. Just
no,
take their eagle.
No, to Princeton University. Makes more sense.
The next generation. Yeah, I think that's what it was, Xeno.
You hope not DS9? Yeah, Deep Space Nine, I disagree, Samuel. Honestly, if you blew through it back in the days, it was coming and kind of caught in, like, a bit. I can see how people don't like it as much, but I think we're going to see 3 racks out of Slayer, but it could just be a 2 racks, or Slayer, I mean, Lucasdart. Anyway, back to the game, you know?
Yeah. Dude, we got one more series after this. I'm like Randy from South Park right now. I'm like, I didn't hear no bell.
Yeah, so anyway.
Yeah, who do you think wins? Who do you think wins, Dave?
All depends. This looks a little aggressive. This could actually be in-base concussive shell marauder opener, but it's going to be scouted. This probe is not denied. I think, oh my goodness, the supply depot was canceled.
It still can be denied. It's not scouted. It's denied.
Well,
he didn't get the scout.
Okay. So that is good stuff. I'm just looking here, confirming. Yeah, he did not get that scout in the second barracks. That's actually pretty big. Does look a little cheeky though, so he knows something's up. He's looking for proxies now. Slayer, by he I mean Slayer. Yep, and yeah. So it's funny, as we're in between, the chat's going crazy about the Star Trek. Voyager, also a great one. But I'll be honest with you, Renegade, so everybody here, and even if you watched them once or did before, and this was my point, I kind of was under the same camp. I like TNG. I like Voyager, actually, I got into more later, but a lot of these, when I re-looked at Star Trek in my 20s, was what got me into it more. And, I mean, I always liked it, actually, after a while from when I was younger. Not, you know, it was more like as I was getting older, I appreciated it more or whatever. But that said, these Reapers are coming in like Klingons. They're a little too over ambitious though, because they're not going to be able to escape these 2 stalkers unscathed. Or are they? Oh, no, not at all. little bit of RNGesus issues. RNGesus was not having that Renegade.
Some pro RNG. Some RNG pro. Yeah, no, like when I was a kid, my big sci-fi thing was the Star Wars extended universe. That stuff was dark and it was so good. I was so sad when Disney just yeeted all of it, like 40 years of storytelling.
Yeah, at the same time, I feel like they're doing a pretty good job on some of it. Book of Boba Fett, little underwhelming. It carried the story arc of the Mandalorian, all right, but I think they really painted a lot of our favorite intergalactic bounty hunter in a not as fun light, personally, but good storytelling nonetheless. You know.
Yeah.
Could be worse. Yeah, I don't know. Slayer might be in an okay spot too, but again, with the delayed third, a lot of guys have been doing this at this range more and more, where there's like extremely delayed third, because they're like, all right, he's thinking it's 3 racks. It's gonna be, again, it's like a off the cuff kind of, ends up in like a 2-on-1 with a third racks follow up, but not like 2-on-1, you know, as we know it. Well, I don't know how much that was worth it, Renegade. 2 Reapers just chiseling away to pylon to meet their maker.
Lucasdart begins the mine drop.
Can Lucas do it?
These things are always so fickle. They can end the game on their own, or you know, just do nothing.
Well, I'm gonna say what I usually say, Renegade. I don't know if I can say this on your stream, actually. Well, we cast together, so I'm guessing we can.
I have a mature
I just saying. Yeah, and incoming behind the eastward third of Slayer is everybody's favorite asshole, the pair of Widow Mines in a medevac. That which, you know what? Considering he doesn't appear to have any hair, can Wootsicle actually mauled?
No, he doesn't have any hair.
Exactly. So my thought is, oh, wait. The almost juke of the medevac. Afterburner is available. He's going to get out of there if he's... Oh, I don't know about that pathing, though. He should just went straight. And then went to the side. But whatever. He got his medevac out. Got 2 probes and a stalker, Renegade. That's not too shabby. Well, 3 probes and a stalker, I think.
Lucas has +1 in combat shields finishing in the next couple seconds. You guys know what that means. It's time for the attack. Lucas has rallied the Bannermen and called them southwards. They might stop at this wedding in the neck, but, you know, other than that...
For sure, for sure.
Concussive
shells not available during this fight. And that's not going to be good when battery overcharges there, so I do like the disengage from Lucas.
No effects asking Ren, are you talking about the New Jedi Order? Dude, New Jedi Order was sick. The Yuzan Bong invasion and stuff, but that stuff was still coming out when I was a kid, so it wasn't the first I was exposed to. The X-Wing books were the first I read, and then it was the New Jedi Order stuff.
Yeah, good stuff for sure. Oh my god, this is all gonna get cleaned up. Renegade. I can hear in the distance a smile on Steadfast's face when you said that. With the X-Wing books.
The X-Wing books are so good.
You know Steadfast is a huge fan of...
I did not. I've never gotten the pleasure of hanging out with Steadfast.
I just watch a goddamn lot of them. Like, I'm not really hung out with him. I've had meetings with him where we're both in him. He's casted with me a couple times. And I just watch a lot of Steadfast. Or have watched a lot of Steadfast. It's getting harder to now. Just because I don't have time.
Yeah, everyone's getting so busy. Well, we have StarCraft again. It's amazing. It exists.
Says you. I never went anywhere. Listen, I was like... I know you were still casting too. I know you had to take a break a bit though, because your hand though, I remember
Well,
So-
laddering. I was still out there casting. It seems like it disappeared for a while because I was doing a lot for Genesis Gaming on their channel, which had like
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
followers, and I built it from like 100 to 350 or something, but
Right.
that took a lot of work.
Yeah, that's.
And I did Alpha X as well.
Sadly, I didn't realize it. There's always so much stuff, but I'm just during that time, it was kind of like, well, time to put out tournaments because things are looking grim. That's what I was doing in that time.
W Static, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, make sure you smash that follow button, chat. This is Real Renegade.
And make sure you smash your wives. Am I right?
True. I mean, you're not wrong.
Lucas starts getting an armory. Start those sick +2 upgrades. +2 on the way for Slayer. +1 armor still on the way. We haven't. I mean, we've seen a lot of skirmishes, but no one's gained a big league yet. There hasn't been any like game-defining moments. We're just filling time till the real action starts.
Yep.
I want the real Lucas start versus Slayer. No, I said the real Lucas start versus Slayer. Perfection.
All right. Supplies looking pretty even. Lucas start going for a 4th. I do like this. This army is going to be scouted just as it comes in, but there's some disruptors. Well, 2 disruptors. 3. I'm sorry. Everything was in Protoss Deathball mode, so it's hard to see from that angle. Yeah, it's not looking good for Lucas right here in this engagement. The Stutter stepping back. Don't hate it. He's going to eventually trade us out. He loses a Marauder, a couple Marines. Not the worst. Ooh, gets the Observer too. That's huge. Alright, Lucas starts poking back a little bit much. I wouldn't have minded him hanging out there for a bit.
Yeah, just
because he
chilling
could
out.
go snipe that. He could have sniped that 5th base going down, and at
Getting
least forced to
lunch.
cancel.
Maybe drinking some
Yeah.
margaritas.
You know, I almost went and got some more beverages, but I remembered I got pretty tipsy 3 nights in a row. So, but I was
Yeah.
near a nice beer store.
Get some
when I
beverages.
was at my
Get some
girlfriend's.
iced tea. Get some milk.
I got some
some
cold
milk,
water. Actually, funnily enough, I started drinking milk more, which is pretty funny.
Milk is so good. Milk is underrated.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah,
Sensor tower
things are
coming down to
calmed
the
down. Slayer's waiting for Shadow Stride. Lucas starts.
I'm telling you,
waiting
Lucas
for-
was he was actually in a good position to be able to snipe that 5th, or at least cancel it, and maybe, you know, get the pylon. But this is Protoss Deathball on the move. Slayer with a max max supply in total, less that Observer that just got sniped. Yeah. Oh, there are a lot of DTs. My goodness. Ooh, Lucas getting a little sloppy, a little overextended in toward the disruptors, but you know what? Oh, these DTs might get a kill on this. Not started. Oh, can he get it canceled? That was so quick. Lucas is not paying attention because there's a big engage going on. He's not going to save the planetary.
That's like the
Not like this.
anti-lucicle, right? Like you kill it with no casualties.
Yeah. Ooh, he's fighting
He scans, but there's nothing to actually
a
kill the
3rd
DCs.
CC renegade with 17 workers.
It's not
like
done.
this.
It's not over.
It's not, but that's a planetary and 2 unfinished command centers.
The gases are gonna die. In the meantime, Slayer's also winning against Lucasdart's main army. GG is gonna be called. Slayer moves on to the Deciders match. Lucasdart is eliminated.
All right. So is the Deciders match tomorrow, or
No, it's right
is
now.
it right now? Okay.
Right now. OldManSlum
Meow.
versus Slayer. Knight Halcyon, thank you for the follow.
Sorry, I'm getting a little behind the ball here too. Gearing up from this to get into smash that ladder button mode, you know.
Yeah.
But I had no idea. You're like, no, I'm pretty. You sound extremely exhausted. The heat's caught up to me as well as happened here.
It's not even like I've done way more casting than this. It's the heat. It's really the heat. I
It is,
desperately
yeah.
need. I'm gonna set that as a stream goal. Air conditioner for Ren.
Yeah, I just need help getting in. My brother's like, well, last night was the time to do it, and didn't make the time to do that last night. So rip, Dave. I could put one in my bedroom, but the one I got that I'd be using that would affect here is pretty far out. Very unlucky for Mr. Lucasdart. You're right. It is the heat. Jeez. 100% with you. Milk's not underrated for lactose intolerant folks. You know, Dactyl, you're not wrong. I mean, honestly, as I got older... Oops, accidentally clicked on something on Twitch. So what happened to Renegade stream? Who's this Johnny Cage?
I think he's a Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, he is a Mortal Kombat character. There's some streamer that was like, it must have been a recommended candidate. Yeah, it's a recommended stream or something. I accidentally clicked on when I was trying to click on game. Pretty funny. A retro gamer. My recommended channels, like most of them, have absolutely nothing to do with anything I do. It's hilarious.
Yeah, Twitch is
because there's not enough there's not enough StarCraft. That means.
Well, too, it unfollows you from people, which really upsets me when I'm like, I wonder what this person has been up to, and it's like, well, you don't follow them. And I'm like, oh,
it's inconsistent though too. Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's inconsistent. It's the more aggravating thing, I think. Like, it doesn't just not unfollow them and like, oh, after a certain time, you have no idea. It's like happens. I tested that because I have plenty of people I've not watched
that way. So many people are like, I don't understand. I thought you just stopped streaming. Like, why was I unfollowed? To the tune of like probably a few dozen people at the very least.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, it really is weird. Neuling goes Invisible Men with the set. Neuling's actually like, let's go Protoss. Everybody's likes Lucasdart nonetheless, and played very well. I think I do think he was feeling pretty tired for sure. I agree completely with you on that, Renegade. Oh my gosh, these guys' chat is pretty funny.
Is that a good joke? I'll let you decide, chat. Help! I fell over and I can't get up. Haha. Life alert.
This guy jokes because OldManSlum.
Yeah, it's peak comedy.
Slayer showing the zoomer of himself.
Do zoomers need life alert? Is that a thing?
No, I'm just saying to, picking out OldManSlum there,
Mm-hmm.
Wee wee.
Okay, well, if they're taking a break, I'm going to take a 3-minute break as well.
Okay, I'm going to write that. I can hold it down for you. I just have to. I was going to ask if you need me to hold down the fort or anything. I got you. I probably will do.
Up to you. We're going to go to the
I'm just going to take a minute.
Oh, no, I ran out of B-roll. Oh. This is so sad.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, just throw something up.
Here, you
Yes,
get an
awesome.
endless loop of the Legion highlights. Enjoy. All right, guys. Moza! Moza! Come here.
Moza.
Moza! She's hiding under her cabinet.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Renegade, I am damn psyched about next week. Just to be fact.
Yeah, I think Monday's off, and then we hit the grind. It's gonna be
Well,
like
the funny thing is, it's for me to hear, what's your hourly rate? And now remember, it's me. You know me in casting, and I'm like, well, you mean outside of, usually having to pay for tournaments every week?
They have to pay you. Like they can't.
Yeah,
they can't.
No, I
have
didn't.
you.
I'm glad I didn't say anything too stupid, but I kind of joked about that. So he just was like, "Well, how about this?" And I'm like, "All right, we'd be good."
Yeah, we can.
So I almost made a big goof because, me being too nice about that sort of thing. If it was on my own, I'd be like, "Oh, don't worry about it."
Yeah, I don't think they're like legally allowed to let you do it for free or like next to no money. That would be
Yeah, but I almost did a no because I'm thinking of everybody else too. Even if I was to do that, that would set the precedence for them doing
yeah.
bad stuff. Looks like a standard opener from OldManSlum.
Yeah, so OldManSlum is back in the top right corner. He was watching the previous games. Not that there's any other Zergs in this group to help him. And Slayer is in the bottom left as our pink toss.
Just doing some pretty standard stuff as well. I don't think, Slayer's not always a Stargate guy, so we'll like to point that out. We're possibly not gonna see, what we'd see in a lot of EU DreamHack earlier today. He may, he might do like an Oracle opener, a couple Oracles, but go either way. Slayer isn't afraid to use Gladepts, as you call them, or other units. We might even see Stalkers again, Renegade.
I'm sure we'll see at least a Stalker.
Yeah.
Fairly positive.
But it all depends on if we see that warp gate right off the rip, if we're gonna get that Stargate opener. But even then, you can still do it with after warp gates. Not as quick.
One player advances, the other is eliminated. It's so harsh. Such a cruel, cruel world, the LegionCup.
It's lots of work goes into this. Lots of blood, sweat, and tears of our players.
So we already did have a prize pool increase. Everyone's going home. Everyone in the top 16, so everyone you've watched on these streams the past couple days, are going home with at least a little prize money, and the prize money for first place down through is increased as well. I'm not going to quote the numbers because it's going to be based off of how the Matcherino shakes out, which will not really be locked into place until tomorrow, when we cast our final group, Group D, at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, noon Pacific. Twilight Council finishing for Slayer. Robo started up. OldManSlum played just like defensive, passive macro Zerg in his last CVP. I wonder if he'll switch it up here.
Oh, for sure.
Dark Shrine for Slayer.
Yeah. He is going for the DT Archon. Let's see how OldManSlum responds. We did see him lose one of his 2 games before to a DT Archon drop. Not even from the DTs, but from... Oh, look at this. Barely denied the scout. That was totally not scouted. But he almost got that Ling in.
I've been thinking about putting a days since last Validity Team League counter on my stream. Like one of those little flip calendar things. Like,
I'll be honest, like, it's sad to see, but at the same time, I'm like, thank God, because there were so many times, like, I actually got yelled at from not former buddies, but former teammates of mine. They're like, well, you'd always, hop in and take it over. I'm like, bro, you'd be busy, like, with your kids or whatever. I got stuck doing a lot of them. I didn't want to, but
I don't think I
doing
ever dealt with anyone else from Legion.
Oh, I used to have to... Yeah, I had to cast and... We had team captains, so no. Earlier on, we definitely did. Scuba Steve and Strayed and Kalo.
Oh God, Scuba Steve! I have stories about Scuba Steve, but
I've been hearing more and more of that. He's a buddy of mine, but I got you. He gets a little salty.
Oh, no comment. Okay, so Slayer is gonna drop some DTs into the main of OldManSlum. Here they go. Hold position
DTs
around the spore. Down goes the queen.
Ooh, beautiful pickup, though. Actually, Slayer might run these very well with the War Prism.
Yeah. Very well so far. These spore shots on the Prism are inconsequential as long as they're only taking out shields. And he did what he could. He thinned out the Zerg army. Not any economic damage, but...
I got 1 drone, 11 lings, a roach, and a queen. So that's not too bad. But the important thing, he didn't lose the DTs with all that. So it was still trades. For nothing. He's lost absolutely nothing this game.
Here come the Darkons.
The Darkons, true.
They're DT Archons, yeah.
They are DT Archons.
They're not Harkons, which are Archons made from high temps. There's actually a series of books about the Archons. I I think it's called like the Dark Archon or the Dark Templar trilogy. No, it's the Dark Archon trilogy. Old Man Slum takes a 4th. This is to the later side of normal, but still definitely normal.
Yeah. If you ended up having to use my camera at any times for a little bit here, I had a little bit of wacky stuff going on. I'm kind of like, meh, derping around the map. My mouse is slipping because my joints are hurting. You know, feels old, man.
Well, it's interesting. I'm older than you and haven't run into that yet. But...
Yeah.
No, we're not going to do that.
Press D to doubt.
We're
Press
done with
D
that
to
bit
doubt.
for today. Okay.
I still don't see it. Even if you are Renegade, which I'm pretty sure you're not, I press D to doubt. If nothing else, I'm certainly biologically older than you. Or physiologically older than you, I mean. That's what I was going for. Wrong word. Words. Imagine using words. It's like counting and casting. Right, Renegade?
Well, when you grow up and you get to be my age, you get to use words.
Oh, jeez.
This is a really strong push from Slayer. Oh, Slum needs to pull back to the 3rd.
Oh, that is a damn strong push from Slayer. Holy heckin'. It's about to get stronger with that +1.
Actually, I think Slum might be gone.
Yeah, that was actually a really good timing.
Well, roaches are going to be popping out on top of the Immortals, but unfortunately the Ravagers are going to die before they get here. And that's it. They die before they even hit the rally point. GG, Slayer. The hell of a push ending game number 1.
Yeah. And that was a very good timing. I think those trades definitely helped a bit. Slayer not losing the DTs or the Archons for that matter, but getting some kills. That was, and some being queens. You know, that starts the show. In the Zerg economy, as you know, losing queens sucks.
The Swarmonomics.
Swarmonomics 101. We usually don't really hear about queens unless they're on the other side of the map at Princeton University.
So what do you do in this situation, Dave? You're up against the Zerg. You're ahead 1. You take a horrible engagement and throw your armory away. Okay, all right.
Like if you put me in that situation at Slayer, somehow I would have threw the game. Like same situation, 100% of the Zerg, OldManSlum would have been like, "Oh, I'm back." I'm just saying. No, I don't know. I would be like in that same situation. Yeah, that literally would happen. All right. Anyway, spawning in the upper right-hand corner of 2,000 atmospheres, representing Root Gaming, it is Slayer.
And in the bottom left, as our purple Zerg from LTK, it's OldManSlum.
Slump. That's what I was gonna say with Slayer. It is Slayer.
We gotta say like the Halo guy, right?
Yeah. True. Big true. Oh, look at this. Slayer being annoying with the probe, but it's yeah, that was a good move from OldManSlum. Not gonna get denied anytime soon. And yeah, he was right on top of that early probe. Like a 48 second hatch is pretty good. Pretty darn good.
Sorry with that blood into the microphones, guys. That was the loudest Mariah Carey I've ever heard in my life. Some guy just drove by my window.
Yeah, it didn't happen on my end,
okay,
but
good.
I get that lovely Discord noise suppression on top of whatever you got going on. The only reason I noticed it was as impactful is when Chicken Man would do yeehaws, and it totally clips out on my end, but not in the stream, obviously. So you'd hear him go yee, it goes yee, and it just clips off at Ha.
Dude, did you notice anything different about Apoptosis the other night?
Yes.
Strangest thing.
Maybe a little.
Seemed like he wasn't himself. That was.
Yeah, Apop looked like he'd been maybe not eating as well lately or something. I don't know. Like I couldn't quite.
Maybe he had some KFC, something like that.
Yeah, he had the little KFC. That's what could be. He definitely took a little trip to Popeyes. Otherwise,
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. Go check out Apoptosis' stream VOD from the other night and tell us what.
Yeah, and see what you think. I thought that was amazing.
It's gonna be a Stargate opener from Slayer.
Yeah, and the two pesky lings again. With no Walling Gate. I believe this could be full scout from Slayer and potentially, maybe, from Slayer, from OldManSlum rather. Still no wall, still no second adept or anything. It's gonna be right to Void Ray. See, this is where the extra 50 minerals makes a bit of a difference. It looked like, well, it didn't look like. No, actually, the two adepts were sent out, which is what you usually do. But in the past, we'd see like a third adept come with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have the extra 50 minerals prevents you from having having that third adept out. So usually,
or you could just delay the Void Ray. I'm just saying from a certain point of view. Guys,
yeah, you could.
Protoss are spoiled. Protoss are spoiled.
I mean, okay, so yeah, it's just going to be a standard Stargate opener for Protoss, 4-minute third base. Nothing too crazy. Got our third hatch for Zerg finished right now with Queens. It's going to be nothing but Queens. And, well, he's got a few Lings coming, but probably going to be Queens and drones after the next group of Lings pops, I'd imagine, right, Renegade?
I think so.
And then a tech up to a Roach Warren.
Should be going up to about 9 Queens.
Yeah.
Got 4 on the field, 2 under construction. Which that's what's kind of odd here from OldManSlum is we don't see a lair anywhere. This is super late to be getting a lair. My question is why? Could it be an accident? It almost feels like an accident because like you're not saving any money. You have all this gas that oh my god, it was an accident. It had to be.
Yeah. I think it was because he was trying to defend against the Void. He lost an Overlord. But also, what we did miss, the Oracle did land a Stasis Ward. It looked like it only got 1 drone. And because OldManSlum was dealing with the Void Ray, he wasn't able to kill the Stasis Ward.
I think the Void Ray was the wrong thing to focus on for sure. Like, this lair is so late. That delays everything. So, it was delayed by roughly 40 seconds. It started at the 5-minute mark. It's supposed to start at 4:20. And that means your Hydra den's delayed by 30 seconds. That means your Lurker den's delayed by 40 seconds. That means your Lurker upgrades are delayed by 40 seconds. This cascading effect.
Well, yeah, either way, but knowing OldManSlum, he's probably going into it, a style I like, Roach Ravager, Ling Bane, and which is not with a Corruptor follow-up.
Okay, let me rephrase. That delays your Spire and your Roach speed by 40 seconds.
Yep, exactly. Well, I'm just saying, it's usually what OldManSlum does. But I don't know, but actually we see him a lot of times in games even go where he'll actually not even really use the Spire that much and just go full into Lings, which is pretty cool. One thing about his style that I kind of like as a player, he really likes that Ling aggro, and I think we may just see some of this game. But Slayer, look at this. He's got it was just a Stargate opener into Charged Blood Archon.
Neuling saying, hope we get 2 45-minute Sky Toss games. You woke up today and chose violence, my friend.
Yeah, and very well played again, Neuling, with your win on the upper bracket. Very, very good stuff. Yeah, so. Do you think we're going to start seeing it? We're at 61 workers for OldManSlum. He's droning actually a bit more. Do you think he's just going to keep on the drone a little more? Or are we going to just cut workers after when he gets to about what? I mean, at this point, I would imagine he's got a bit of an army.
I mean, I don't think you go much above 80 drones. Unless you're doing a very specific thing where you go up to like 100 drones and then you just slam the Protoss repeatedly. But that's like an inadvisable style in most cases. So I think that's the last drone we'll see it for a while. OldManSlum needs to get better tech out though. Like, this is not good tech.
Yeah, he's at 80 workers. I think you're absolutely right. He's not doing that 100 worker style right now. But yeah, he's not just tech. Like, he's actually not upgrading with this too. He just has the melee. Would like to see ranged attacks +1 at the least.
We need an infestation pit. We need...
Yep.
He's making 6 more drones? Why?
He's going to build some more static. I think he's still afraid at Sky Toss, even though he had that Overseer. I don't think he scouted the army, really.
Sky Toss, my friends. There's no Sky Toss. There's one Void Ray.
Yeah. I mean, like, he's probably going to build more Spores, if I was to guess, but he's still not building any air units, so he's kind of like... His army's pretty decent. But do we have... Yeah, we do have Psionic Storm. +2 is going to be done for Protoss. He's just behind on upgrades. This will certainly make a difference in this fight. Like, his army's good, but would like to see that... hell, a double Evo for melee and ranged attacks wouldn't even be bad. I'm not really caring so much about Carapace.
OldManSlum, taking a page out of Bang's book, going full turtle here.
Yeah.
Infestation Pit is finishing up at a reasonable time. We were a bit hard on him with the Hive Tech timings, especially since the lair got delayed, but it's coming. It's coming down the pipeline. Also, the thunderstorm just started, so please forgive me if the power goes out. It's beyond my control, but hopefully that does not occur.
Oh, the storm just started. That means it's moving my way as well.
Yeah, it'll be there in a few hours.
Eventually.
It's got to cross. It's got to mess up the Amish first.
True. That's right in the path of Amish lane, and the Ling's not gonna find much value in. Well, they actually might do a little damage to these zealots in the cannon, but realistically, it depends on how you look at it.
In the main, carving through a ton of drones. This is significant damage to OldManSlum. Well, I mean, he kind of over-droned, but this is still losses.
Yeah, that said, the War Prism almost died to those Spore Crawlers.
We saw a storm. There was a storm in today's bracket. Let's go.
I think I just heard thunder, too.
And Slayer has actually killed the entire Zerg army. He's going to win the series 2-0 and be our second player to move on to the round of 8.
Jeez. Well, it is a Protoss victory. GG's.
Okay, let's get him in here. Join Legion chat.
Yeah. And I believe that is it for the day, huh? I made
Well,
for
we have
matches.
an interview. You don't have to stick around.
Oh, yeah.
for it, but
No,
we'll
no,
give
no.
it-
I'm saying for the match wise.
Yeah.
No, that's no problem.
Wait, what's this? Magnet versus Chocolate comes in at the last minute with the steel chair.
Yep.
They're playing a best of 69.
Nice. That would be my
Fiat
only
has
response.
re-entered the bracket. What is going on?
Yeah, it was very unlucky for OldManSlum. Slayer playing it a little tighter. I'll be honest though, this proves why I'm liking the patch a little more either ways. We're seeing less Queen Walk versus Void Race. You know what I'm saying? It truly is refreshing to have.
It's so hard.
Well, there's like different. We have different games at least in PVZ. All right. Okay, there's Slayer.
Hi, Slayer.
Well,
Slayer.
to be honest, I was going to that series and I was just so ready to lose. Like I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I played all these games today, and mentally I'm not very strong as a player, and so I was kind of half defeated. But I just stuck it out, and I'm really glad I was able to take home the win.
Oh, good. So how do you feel that you're glad you took on the win? Any shout outs or anything, Slayer? Anything you got to say? You're glad to be moving on? You're going on to round 8?
To be honest, I wasn't expecting to make it this far. I got a really hard group, and I was just kind of expecting. I didn't really practice that much, to be honest. So I kind of thought I was going to get eliminated first. So I'm really glad I could make it out of my group.
Nice.
We had 6 Protoss today, and I think you were the only one to use Storm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, Storm's good. I don't know why more people don't use Storm.
Yeah, Storm, good unit.
Yeah.
True. And I'm guessing you turned your cell phone off during these.
Oh
games,
yeah,
Slayer.
dude. I've learned since last night. Never have my phone on during a game because or else Swipchip's just gonna call me 20 times on Discord.
Oh, I had to be said. That was pretty funny stuff.
Yeah, it was.
Well, GG's, man. And anything else you want to say?
I mean, this is gonna be the last LegionCup event that I'm able to play in. So hopefully I do well in the round of 8, and hopefully just maybe I can take home the trophy.
Nice.
All right.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
GG's.
And you have a good one, buddy.
You too.
Yep. All right, Renegade. I'm gonna bounce out here. Thank you for having me. I'm glad to have joined you for the end, so you weren't stuck all by your lonesome at the end of
That's all good.
the end of this LegionCup event. So yeah, I'm gonna probably bounce and smash that ladder button. I'll see you later, Renan.
All right, I'll see you, Dave.
And
Okay, guys.
thank you for your casting today.
Yeah, anytime. All right, guys.
right,
Make
gamer.
sure you check out the Platinum Heroes. Make sure you go to the Match Arena and follow Alpha X or subscribe to them on YouTube so they give money to this tournament. Follow my channel if you would be so inclined. If you enjoyed today's cast, we will be back. Maybe that's a big maybe. I am definitely gonna go eat and take a nap. At 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacific, with ESL Open Asia. And if not, I will for sure see you tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific, for Group D, the final group in this round of 16. I hope you all enjoyed. Till next time, I've been Renegade. I'll see ya around.